performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
It's going to be one wild weekend. Are you ready?
Brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile, proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Get that This Is My Song feeling only at Metro.
What's up, y'all? I'm Cheryl Swoops, WNBA champ, 3-time Olympian, and Basketball Hall of Famer.
And I am Tarika Foster Brasby, journalist, sports reporter, basketball analyst.
And we are here to talk about the obstacles that women face day to day.
Athlete or not, we know it takes a lot as women to be at the top of our game.
We want to share those stories.
So listen, we'll talk to athletes, coaches, media personalities, entertainers, working moms.
Because no matter who you are, there are levels to what we experience as women. And T and I have no problem going there.
So if you want to hear real women having real conversations, then tune into our new podcast, Levels to This, with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby, an iHeart Women's Sports production in partnership with Deep Blue Sports and Entertainment.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human. He's a Texas legend, a Hall of Fame broadcaster, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, and your host of the Craig Way Show. Here he is now, Craig Way.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is a Thursday, a victorious Thursday for the U.S. men's national team. A busy Thursday in the world of NBA trades, in the offseason that continues to surprise us at every turn. Jake Herman with you here, filling in for the Hall of Famer Craig Way, whose vacation continues. An advance congratulations to Craig and his son Andy, who was getting married this coming weekend. But for now, we've got some business to take care of. Plenty of sports to talk about here from 2 to 5 on 1300 The Zone. Cole Dixon is here producing. And we'll jump right into what everyone's talking about today, and that is the U.S. marching forward, advancing in the 2026 FIFA World Cup on home soil. They get it done by a 2-0 final score against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This game was not pretty, but Cole, it sure was convincing, I think, in spite of everything that went wrong at times, and we'll get into some of those things for the U.S.
It was one of the more impressive wins I've seen from the U.S. Bosnia tried to slow him down and try and play him in front, but you can see the U.S. just wanted to speed things up and play fast and physical. Don't get me wrong, Bosnia was physical as well.
Who were they?
To say the least. But you can see how the U.S. prepared and wanted to attack the wings and move forward, but Bosnia just kind of wanted to have them in front the whole time, and it obviously didn't work out. But without any controversy, we'll leave with that too as well. The red card, that's the first red card I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think this game felt like a Michelin star dinner where one of the side dishes gave you food poisoning. It was tough to temp down some of my anger and ire towards this red card, which we're going to get into. I want to talk about the performance of the team first, because the red card to Flo Balogun, who scored the first goal for the U.S., who has 4 goals in this tournament, means he won't be available for the next round's match against Belgium. I thought for a minute it was going to put the U.S. in peril. Everything was going their way at that point. Bosnia had gone about 40 minutes without a shot attempt before that red card, from about the 10th minute to the 55th. U.S. had that 1-0 lead, could have been more if not for a couple of tight offside decisions. And then you're worried about a team whose defense has been picked on at times in some of the friendlies. And heck, especially by Turkey in the final group stage match. I know that was the backup defense, but it's the one limiting factor, I think, on the ceiling for this U.S. team. And they held Bosnia and Herzegovina, who is by no means an impressive team, to 1/4 of an expected goal from 10 shots. 10 shots, you figure that's about one expected goal. So that's a testament to how much the U.S. shut Bosnia and Herzegovina down, even shorthanded. And Cole, I only remember a couple of saving defensive plays. It didn't get to a point of needing defensive heroics. It was just steady back there.
It was. And one of the more impressive things I've also seen from the U.S. with that game in particular was they controlled the midfield. You know, there was a couple counters from Bosnia that went on, but it was stopped immediately. They did rattle off a handful of shots, but what I like to see is in that back third, the U.S. really controlled their midfield and their back third. They held tight. They kept their spacing tight, which I enjoyed too, and they got balls over the top for that counter. So if you're looking ahead to Monday's match against Belgium, it's very promising, minus the red card, and we can obviously talk about that more.
We will.
What does Mauricio do now? Does he switch up the formation? Does he put someone in there? Because that's their leading goal scorer, you know, because defense, just like a lot of other sports, defense will turn into offense. And depending on how your team is kind of situated, you want your defense to stay put in the back, but also, even though you might not be the best on offense, that counter, you can get going.
It's one of their strengths for sure.
Exactly.
And Weston McKennie is allowed to be very creative in what Mauricio Pochettino has installed for this U.S. team. Tyler Adams, as a holding midfielder, is just outstanding. And he allows Serginho Dest, who drew that free kick that eventually led to the insurance goal from Malik Tillman, who was the man of the match for me with the goal and the assist. Obviously, that free kick, that's going to be one of those moments, I think, in U.S. soccer history that's a memorable goal on the men's side. A U.S. men's soccer program that hasn't been to the quarterfinals of a World Cup since 2002. And let's hear from Mauricio Pochettino on what the atmosphere was like inside of, well, we'll call it the Bay Area Stadium. It's Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and his team's mentality and their response after Balogun picked up the red card.
Well, first of all, I think congratulate the player and the staff, all the people that make possible, to perform in the way that we were performed today. And then thank you to the fans. They were amazing one more time. We are so proud in behalf of all the staff, all the people. And in behalf of the player, it's a big thank you to the fans. We are so proud about them. I think, yes, was after the red card of Balo. I think we were talking in the calling break, I think was with the break, about that now we need to show that we are a team, that we are united, and that was the moment to show to everyone, that to show ourselves that it's not only empty words when we say that we are a family. And I think the team showed the qualities, the capacity to compete, to fight for each other. Yes, I think so proud about the player. They are the heroes. They are the principal actor, and they deserve all the credit.
You'll hear a little more from U.S. manager Mauricio Pochettino a little bit later on in the show. We're going to continue these World Cup conversations, and yes, we will answer your questions and give you our opinions on that red card, which could cast a shadow over the U.S. certainly moving forward. But we need to take our first break. Coming up later this hour and just a few minutes from now, the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry joins us. We'll get his takes on last night's World Cup action and some of the crazy NBA trades that have played out over the last couple of days. We didn't get to talk Jaylen Brown yesterday, Cole, because that happened right after we were off the air.
It's always how it goes.
We'll dive in. Yeah, we're going to dive into that. We'll talk about LeBron James' potential landing spots and much more. Coming up at 4:15, Byron Kerr from MLB.com joins us to talk a little Major League Baseball. We'll have Inconceivable, as always, but we'll move it in to the 3 o'clock hour on today's program, and we can't wait to get there. It is the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Back in a moment.
Everything runs through Austin.
Swing and a miss! Light the tower! The Texas Longhorns have won their second straight softball national championship.
Congratulations to Texas softball on winning back-to-back national championships.
Barry going back. Warning track. Deep. It's gone. Tegan's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
1300 The Zone. Your home for champions. Your home for the Horns.
Time for your Live Nation concert update. Don't miss Hatebreed at Emo's July 11th. Slow Joy at Brescia Street Commons July 18th. Motionless in White at Germania Insurance Amphitheater July 26th. And Ziggy Marley and Government Mule at Moody Amphitheater at Waterloo Park October 15th. Got to be true to myself. Get tickets at livenation.com.
Of givers, giving a hand, giving hope, giving possibility, giving joy, giving opportunity, giving dignity. Imagine what could happen if we all gave at the same time. Giving forth. Take the pledge and give to the causes you care about at America250.org.
Hi guys, I'm Ken. And I'm Bella, and we are Rowdy Cowgirls from Central Texas' #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. And we love Tuesdays because it's bikinis and boots. That's right guys, every Tuesday we will be in our sexiest bikinis and our cutest boots. Come see us and enjoy ice cold beer, craft cocktails, a Texas-side menu, and 69 TVs. And every Tuesday, all Texas beers and spirits are $2 off. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy off of I-35 in Round Rock. Visit us at Go Rowdy Cowboy.
Cleaning starts with one small task, and suddenly it's the whole house. Luckily, there's AirTasker. Post your task, set your budget, and choose a tasker to help. From carpet cleaning to finally tackling the junk drawer. Go to airtasker.com or download the app.
AirTasker. Get anything done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast. It's quick. The setup was so easy. It took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Bank of America, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, dedicated to offering solutions to help businesses meet their goals locally and globally. More at bankofamerica.com/gamechangers. That's bankofamerica.com/gamechangers.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now.
Summer?
is here, and iHeartRadio has got you covered.
I met you in the summer.
Dive into summer hits, commercial-free on Songs of the Summer Radio. Hit play on summer playlists for road trips to pool days, like Summer Road Trip. And yeah, podcasts so good, you can zone out in the shade. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns and Hall of Fame broadcaster, Craig Way.
I like this, Cole. Bringing us back on a Thursday afternoon. And back in the studio after a great show this morning and every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. with Mike Hardball Harge. We've got the world's strongest man, an Olympian, and the WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, who I think you guys summed up the World Cup pretty well this morning, both in terms of the excitement and also kind of the frustration and the weird taste that lingers after that controversial second half red card.
Yeah, people say controversial, but it's in the rule book. Like it's now there needs to be a amendment in the rule book. If you impose or infringe on the advancement of a player, impede their progress, then it don't count. Because when it happened to Messi, he was running at a really nice clip, just like the U.S. player was, running. And then somebody runs it directly in front of him. It's not like cartoons like Bugs Bunny where you can hit the air brake and just stop in the air. They're going to keep, their momentum is going to continue to take them forward. Object in motion is going to stay in motion until something stops it.
Right. What's he supposed to do with his legs?
What he's supposed to do with his leg?
No, it's a bad call.
It's a bad call.
It's a bad call.
But that's where I say that the amendment has to be made in the rule book because at some point it doesn't apply. Now, for you to have me come on and be the soccer expert means that y'all have dipped into the wastelands of, I don't know nothing about soccer if I'm going to have Mark Henry come in.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. Here's the thing, Mark. We wanted to talk about the NBA today, but the news cycle about this red card has been nonstop.
Oh, it's
just
crazy.
Nonstop.
But you know why? That's because America is being America. We want to make something wrong right, regardless. It's in the rule book, y'all. I'm telling you. Section 48, verse 22, chapter 4.
Is that right below the section about the tight specifications on the kits?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Right there next to it. You it's in the book. And you got to abide by the way that the law is written.
But this is why, to me, this is why some Americans, well, I think
I love us now. I love me some me.
I think some casual fans will see this and turn away from soccer. And that's the last thing I want to see from it. It's so harsh. It's so harsh.
If this is all it took, they shouldn't have been watching in the first place.
That's true. That's true.
It should have been yellow.
It should have been yellow.
Yellow, but a red, no. Like when I coached, I was always taught if it's a goal scoring opportunity and someone tackles him, you can go back and forth whether it's a yellow or a red. But I just looked it up here. Violent conduct. I look at it. Yeah, you stepped on.
Violent conduct, as it states to this rule, is if your cleats hit the side or the back of the leg, it's a red card.
That happens all the time in soccer, though.
Happens all the time this week.
But they says an act of aggression. Like he's not actively going up spikes up.
No, it was not an active as aggression. No. It was not. If that's a part of the criteria, then they got it wrong. Because same thing with Messi. They didn't call it on Messi.
Mm-mm. No, but my thing is, give him the yellow card. You review it. Okay, you got it wrong. I just want it to be now where okay, can we appeal it somehow for the
No.
next game?
Nope.
I think that should be changed going forward. If we're going to have all these new, rule changes to soccer, like hydration breaks, what dictates now a yellow or red card, all these things, let's put that in.
You so American.
I know.
This is not an American sport by trade.
Let me make it more
By-
American for you. I can freeze every football play and find holding.
Yeah.
Fact.
You sure can.
Every play.
Offsides, motion. This is about 5 or 6 things that happens every play. That would be deemed either unnecessary or illegal.
I think it's good that we're getting calls right. I think it's radically bad to have virtual assistant referee VAR come into the play and overturning this when the intent was not there at all.
Not at all. If you look at it, he's not even looking at him. He catches him. Yeah, yellow, sure. He didn't really talk to him the whole game. There wasn't like he got 3 warnings from the ref. Like, all right, now you got to get a yellow. But if we're going to have new technology, the ref has 6 different cameras on his head, and, we're going to have all these new changes. Let's add this change. Let's make this a learning point too. You know what? This could have been avoided.
And everybody else in the world is going, America. They just look at them. They just
until it happens to them.
And now look at them all trying to
Look
fix
at 'em.
soccer. All bringing in Mark
now
Henry.
they want to be soccer. They want to bring Mark Henry in as an expert. Damn Americans.
Well, look, I mean, you're somebody that's represented the country.
Bro, cried a million tears watching that flag go up. And I like I said, I feel honored to be able to say that I was able to see the flag go up.
Right.
I put the work in. And there's a lot of guys that stood on that second and third podium and they got to listen to somebody else's anthem. I didn't do that a lot. I got, hey, listen, I still to this day well up because I think about all Americans that sacrificed, the ones that died, the ones that when I say sacrifice, I mean the family members too. The relative goes into war and doesn't make it back. And they don't get them back. And no matter how much money you give them or USAA insurance and settlements, and that's never going to bring them back. So I take a lot of pride in that's why I work with the USO. That's why I go to Walter Reed Hospital and visit with soldiers that lost appendages and you name it. There's not a soldier. Thousands of soldiers have seen me in my life, and I guarantee you, they're like, yeah, man, I met Mark Henry, and he was bigging me up. Because that's what we're supposed to do. And for us to be celebrating 250 years is a big deal. We still a young country. That's young. To have your independence, to have certain freedoms. So without being real preachy, soccer-wise, these guys are motivated. They're playing with an intensity that we've never seen an American team play with. It's a lot to lose right now. They have a lot to lose. And don't think for 1 second that because one brother gets a red card and is not going to be allowed to play, that the ball is going to stop rolling.
No, sir.
If anything, you're going to see guys be more angry. You're going to see them be more desperate. And I feel sorry for the dude that gets in front of them. There might be a red card in the next one.
Let's hope it goes the other way.
Well, we hope it'll be on the other team, but don't stand on the tracks if you don't expect the train to come.
And who'd have thought we'd be saying that about a U.S. men's soccer team?
Can I make one change to the U.S. soccer team? We talked about this.
Here we go again. American trying to change soccer.
Well, no, we talked about this the other morning. The song at the end of the game,
Oh.
Country Road. Can we switch it?
Oh,
I don't get.
What are you doing?
What's the correlation?
Did y'all hear the song?
What are you doing?
They played Country Road, take me home to a place
You had
I belong.
you had
Why
Mauricio
not?
Pochettino
What
singing.
song did I suggest? Or that I said, Cole, we need another song.
The
What'd
first
you
one
say?
that came to my mind was "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen.
Born in the USA, Can we play that?
Listen to the lyrics of that song, Mark. It's a protest song. You're protesting the war.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Well, now I'm going to Google more songs to.
Okay. Hey, y'all, go on the text line and send us some USA-centric songs.
Everybody wants to play Born in the USA to be patriotic. It's a great song.
But
it's
a protest.
It's a protest song about the U.S. going into Vietnam.
Yeah, we can't play that one.
Also, I'm trying to imagine a whole stadium doing a Springsteen voice rather than a John Denver. And it doesn't quite hit the same.
Yeah, that might kind of not be great.
I'm not
sure.
sure.
We got to come up with something before the show.
I'm looking right now to see what I can find. If there's any better options.
I mean, we can't play Lil Jon.
What?
I mean,
what? Everybody in the car right now is pulling over, laughing, because that is not the representation that we want. What?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Craig. I know you're listening to this going right now. They are off the rails already.
What about Toby Keith?
This might be the.
I like Toby Keith.
What's the one that he sings? I Love This Bar. That's the other one. I got to look it up.
It can't be like a lot of the country songs I like. A lot of country like.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
I'm putting the Knicks on Toby Keith. This is a Chicks program. The formerly known as the Dixie Chicks.
You can't do Dixie.
No, not anymore. That's why they're the Chicks now.
Oh, they're just the Chicks.
They're just the Chicks.
Okay.
But we can certainly open this up to the text line 81530. Text the word Texas followed by your suggestion to replace country roads. I think you shouldn't replace country roads at all. I think it's a great thing they got going there.
It's good for karaoke, but after a soccer game, I'm like,
Like what is it? What is a song about West Virginia got to do with America?
It's about feeling at home.
It's not.
What's it about
You're
then?
Americanizing this again. You're just making it up.
What's un-American about John Denver?
if I find a better option, I'll let y'all know. But I mean, I'm not mad at it because we were talking about it the other morning.
We got to go to the text line because somebody's smarter than us.
Oh, for sure.
By the way, this is
definitely smarter than me.
This is probably the afternoon that Craig Way on his beach chair learned about Lil Jon.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Craig is so unbelievably aware of music.
Oh, that's true.
Like I mean, have you ever heard the clips of him reciting Notorious B.I.G. lyrics?
I have not.
With Rod Babers?
I've not had the privilege of working with him long enough to hear that.
Oh man, I got to get this. I'm gonna call Rod Babers after the show. Before you finish this show today, I will have that for you, sir.
That
Craig Way. I mean, like,
that's the gift to our listeners that they need coming into the break.
Craig Way rapping juicy.
That's unbelievable. It needs to be incorporated into a Longhorn broadcast, not just this show.
Yeah, but it's too much profanity in it. So, Craig wouldn't. Well,
the old bit that he had, the unnecessary censorship of Craig Way, they bleep out certain portions of the play-by-play calls. That sent me into a doubled over belly laugh the first time I heard it.
The first time that I heard that, I had to sit down. I was laughing so hard because I was going to fall. Might as well just go and sit down because I was on my way southward. It was absolutely hilarious. And guys, if you don't know, I'm sure that Cole will pull it up and play it by the end of the song, the show. But man, Craig Way with them bleeping things and that he says in calls, and it's not really curse words. I'm choking, God. This is horrible.
This is our chance to let everybody catch their breath. Great World Cup segment, everybody. We kept it focused on the soccer 100% of the time throughout. And when we come back, we'll talk about something else that probably had people choking over their words or doubled over the Jaylen Brown trade. Here on AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey, Austin, it's Sandy.
And JB. And yes, we're officially back.
Hey, it's been a while since we've been on the radio with you every morning.
Long enough for Austin to add another lane of traffic without actually adding another lane.
But we're still here. Same city, same love for Austin, same need for strong coffee.
And now we're waking up with you again from 6 to 10.
JB and Sandy, mornings on 98.1 KVAT.
Austin's all-time country favorites.
98.1 KVAT, an iHeart country station.
Available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Guaranteed human.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
On Saturday, July 4th, celebrate America's 250th birthday at Dell Diamond. Enjoy baseball, family fun, and a spectacular post-game fireworks show presented by United Heritage Credit Union. Get your tickets now at rrexpress.com.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier Contracts tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. Goal! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
The game's more intense. Unbelievable! The goals more meaningful.
Malik Tillman!
This is what 2026 FIFA World Cup is all about.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
Seattle, we're coming back.
Team USA is through to the round of 16.
Don't miss the game. Monday night at 8 Eastern. Download the free iHeartRadio app and search
World Cup.
The world is listening.
Are you?
This World Soccer Report is sponsored by MyPlates.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
The U.S. is on to the round of 16, but they'll be without their leading scorer. Coach Mauricio Pochettino doesn't think Flo Balogun should have received a red card last night.
For me, never is a red card. Watching after on TV, and never was the intention.
Balogun will serve a suspension when the U.S. meets Belgium Monday. A win would get the U.S. to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2002.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
From the stands to the streets. Show your team pride with a MyPlates personalized plate and bring your colors wherever you go. Create yours today at MyPlates.com.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within.
Oh.
B. Find the positives.
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C. Show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies.
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Some have said down through history, if you last, it's a mystery. But I guess they don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, this came in on the text line as a suggestion to do something that I don't think is necessary, but we posed the question anyway. Replacing Country Roads as the post-victory song for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. That's America from Waylon Jennings.
I listen. I love Waylon. All the way back to, his earlier stuff. The troubled Waylon, dope smoking Waylon. That's what that's all I'm ending right there. But whatever happened to just the classics?
The one we heard on Lukenbach,
Can't we just
Texas.
go with "Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies"? Is that too low? Is that too much of a downer?
Not Louis Armstrong's version. Definitely not. I'm in on that.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
James Brown. Living in America.
That's a winner.
Winner.
Coast to coast.
Can you imagine this though? Think about the U.S. men's national team, because a lot of them grew up in Europe.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of them did. And no, but I'm just imagining these guys. Flo Balogun is very much a part of British culture. It's where he grew up. He's got American parents. Weston McKennie, same thing. Grew up overseas. The sight of those guys dancing to James Brown after a win is kind of cracking me up.
Turn it up, Cole. Guys, okay, now you're on the text line. You can hear this.
81530, text the word Texas.
What do you think about this? Coast to coast. Yeah.
My first thought is the Eddie Murphy skit, but that's just me.
Oh, no. You're cheapening it. Yeah. Where you are. Come on, man. That's the one. That's the one.
This is the one, I think, for the parade. If they win the World Cup and they throw a parade, I want to hear this. But after the game, you need to go to the lowest common denominator of sing-along songs, and that's Country Road. It's Country Roads. Anyway, 81530, text the word Texas.
The listeners are going to disagree with you after hearing that. There's got to be another song. Like maybe a Springsteen did a song about like his love for America.
He's got a lot of songs about cars and factories. Any of those work?
No. I can't think of one right now, right offhand, but I'm just saying, like, there's got to be a artist. Like, you can't use Skinner.
Freebird,
because that's
hockey.
Yeah, that's a hockey song.
It's a hockey song. And it's not a sing-along song, really.
Not really.
Eye of the Tiger?
Ooh, I like that.
Because you got me on Rocky now.
Yeah, you got a little Survivor. I like the little Rocky.
Sweet Caroline is
No.
How about Friends in Low Places?
I'm not mad at that either. I'm going to stick with Eye of the Tiger.
American Pie, all 8 minutes.
Oh, no, God, no.
See, we're getting too far off track. Country Roads is the winner. It's right in front of our face.
Listen, you hear this? He's just determined to convince us.
How about This Land Is Your Land? Somebody said on the text line.
Oh, yeah.
That is a good one.
I like that one.
That'll work.
But it's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's not, it's not like
you can't belt that out.
Yeah.
You can't belt that.
Not like everybody going, ow, living in America. Everybody can do that.
But who can?
You don't even have to be able to sing.
What's the percentage of that crowd that knows the verses of that song?
I would shockingly be able to say that probably 70% would know it.
Country Roads is 95%.
Jake, listen.
Sometimes you got to stick by your
You trying to convince
take.
us or convince yourself?
I'm 10 toes down for this take.
Oh,
look at that.
Kayfabe, brother.
I'm adamant. This is the worst take I've heard since I walked into the building at AM 1300. And it's
So
nothing
far.
and it's nothing against James Brown.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, we
There's
still got
something
like
else
2
gonna
hours,
happen.
Jake. I can spew some stuff out in the next 2 hours. That can be way worse than that.
Okay, well let's try it because the Boston Celtics did something I don't think made a lot of sense.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Jaylen Brown is a Philadelphia 76er. In the return, the Celtics got Paul George, a 2028 and
some
2031
Twinkies
first round
and
pick.
a box of Tic Tacs.
Those are the two swaps, the second round swaps in 28 and 30, the Tic Tacs.
Golly, what a dumb decision.
And the tissue from Mark's
And the
jacket this
tissue
morning.
from my jacket. There was some tissue. I hadn't worn a jacket since 1995.
Well, so it's an artifact.
But I threw the paper away this morning.
I might take that over a 2030 second round pick swap.
Golly, at least I could sign it and it'd be worth something.
So this is the winningest NBA team of the decade, making a decision to go away from the 2024 NBA Finals MVP. They were trying to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, seemingly trying to add to their team just a few days
But they
ago.
subtracted.
Now they subtracted. That's where I was.
How? How do you make the decision? You know what, man? We're not gonna gain Giannis. So let's get Paul George.
I think it
I'm
was
just
just
saying.
a salary matching.
Let that make sense to you for a second.
It's the only way they could get the deal
This
done.
guy won, not only did he win a championship, he was the NBA conference MVP. He was the MVP of the championship game.
And it was 2 years ago. Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. So I don't understand it. And now look what you did to Philadelphia. Okay. You have a young rising star in Tyrese Maxey. I mean, he's a bona fide star, all-star guy. You have a young guy that you draft this season, Edgecombe, who plays like his hair is on fire.
Yeah.
And he's trying to put it out with baskets. And now you make a trade to get one of the top 5 players, top 6 players in the NBA. I would say Jaylen is in the top 10, probably about 6.
The raw numbers say that. The efficiency numbers maybe don't.
Right. Well, also the eyeball test. You're going to go get Wemby. You're going to go get Giannis. You're going to go get these big, outstanding players, but
they don't come available very often.
They don't come available. I'm saying that Jaylen's in my top 10.
Okay.
Because of all the things that he does.
Would you rather have Jaylen Brown or Dylan Harper?
Oh, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
By far. Now,
I mean,
Dylan,
it's a
Dylan
weird
can
question.
develop into a player like Brown because he has those abilities, but he doesn't have them now.
He doesn't have a supermax coming up, though.
Well, we're not going to talk about the money because
it
I'm
makes
talking about
him-
the talent.
But yeah, a top 10 talent, but this is not a top 10 asset because of what he's owed.
Well, that's true too. So, but now you have Joel Embiid on that team.
Yep.
Joel Embiid, they need to just come clean and say, hey, we're going to pay the fines because we're only going to play him 60 games. And in 20 of those 60 games, he's only going to play 15 to 20 minutes.
Intentional load management.
Intentional load management. You tell us what the fine is, and we're going to pay it up front because we don't want to hear about it through the season.
His supermax starts this year.
Yeah. Well, guess who can take the NBA minimum of $7 million?
Uh-oh.
LeBron James. If they add LeBron, I'd be at his house right now with some chocolates and some flowers and a check for $7 million in change and escalators hey, if you make the All-Star game, if you score 20 points, if you have 5 assists a game, if you have 5 rebounds a game, we're going to pay you extra. But you can do that incentives because they're based on performance. It's not a guarantee that'll go toward the contract. So theoretically, you can have LeBron sign for $7 million, but he can make 20. So do that. And you basically have bought a championship. They will win 75 games with LeBron James at power forward, with Joel Embiid and those 3 as young assassins. Joel Embiid will not have to play but 20 minutes a game.
75 wins? You said Embiid was sitting out of 20 games.
They will still win 75 games with Joel Embiid playing 20 minutes a game.
Wow. I'm not sure about
All
that.
you need is a guy that can block shots and rebound. And you put him out there with LeBron James. Like, how many balls do you have? Well, that's a bad question
2.
to ask.
Thanks, Cole.
I know you have the answer, Cole. But how many shots LeBron's going to take? How many shots will Brown take? Embiid is going to take at least 10 shots a game playing 20 minutes.
Conservatively.
That's conservative. And then you have Maxey. He's going to get downhill and get 17 shots a game. And then you have Edgecombe that's going to get between 10 and 15 shots a game. So that's a lot of ball production and shot production. So I don't see a team being able to combat that. Because if you try to load up and double team the ball, LeBron is going to score 30 points on you.
He still can.
And LeBron will also sometimes take, hey, I handle the ball. This guy can't defend me. Get to the basket. I'm going to put it close to the rim. LeBron can average, on a team like that, LeBron can average 10 assists a game.
And that was the vision for him in LA as being the third option.
But Luka came, and it changed everything. And if I was the Lakers and I got Luka by hook or by crook, which they got him by crook, I would have done the same thing. I'd have told LeBron, hey, man, we got a young guy that we want to hitch our wagon to. We can't pay you $55 million. That's like a whole team. When we got another guy making $225 million. You can't do it. You can't pay that much money for 2 players. That's why Philadelphia was horrible, because you're paying Paul George and Joel Embiid that money and no production. Now they have Joel Embiid and they have Brown, who will give you the production that you thought that Paul George was going to give you.
Yeah.
But why would you make that trade in your same conference?
Why? I don't understand.
Your same
None
division.
of it makes sense.
It does not make sense. I don't understand why they did this.
And same thing with the Giannis thing. Like, they were so close to getting Giannis. We were talking about it earlier, Jake.
Yeah.
That Giannis wanted a 3-year extension at 35% of the cap. Supermax. But Boston wanted 2 years at 30%. But you're not dealing with an average player. You're trying to get Giannis, a generational player, and you're not going to budge on this?
By the way, Paul George is owed a lot of money.
And guess what? You want to hear something on the flip side of that coin? Because we talked about what would be the place that LeBron could go. Miami. If LeBron James goes to Miami for $7 million.
Giannis and Bam. Who's scoring on that team? I mean who's scoring on them. They're going to be so good defensively.
Defensively,
if
they will be hard to score on. And you don't need flagship point guards and 2 guards, because the center is going to be really good. The power forward and small forward, which Giannis can play either 3 positions. Bam can play 3 positions. LeBron could play 4 positions. 5 if you in a crunch. And then what was the center that came over from Milwaukee? He came over in the trade with Giannis.
I know Bobby Portis went with him.
Bobby Portis Jr.
Yeah, Bobby Portis went with him.
Bobby Portis can play center and power forward, And Bobby Portis will punch you in the face. He got a little Draymond in him. He's an intimidator. Look, I dare you to foul him. That's what happened with Detroit. Big Senator Duren, all-star. He said, foul him again and see what happened. Everybody heard it. What did Duren do?
Not much in the Cavs series. Yeah.
For the rest of the game, he was a choir boy because he knew that Bobby Portis would have done it. He was going to punch him right in the mouth.
Yeah, Duren looked like he was 22 years old in that playoff series.
He treated him bad. So that is what you have in Miami. And LeBron has never played with an enforcer, has he? He always played with Anthony Davis. He played with Chris Bosh.
Yeah, not.
You go to Cleveland, who did he play with?
Not Varejao or Ilgauskas.
They weren't intimidated.
No.
Channing Frye?
Channing Frye wasn't fighting nobody.
I don't know. I was trying to think who was kind of the big guys over in Cleveland.
Not J.R. Smith.
No, but J.R. will wild out, though.
J.R. Smith will wild out, but he still haven't put a shirt on yet. You remember after the championship, he went a calendar year without putting a shirt on? I love that dude, man. If I look like that, I wouldn't have no clothes either. I'd just have a big bonfire.
I'm surprised he wasn't rumored to that Warriors team when the Anthony Davis LeBron thing was floating around.
I wonder what it would look like to have LeBron play on a team with an intimidator. And then the next team, the last team, Golden State. If he goes to Golden State for $7 million again, the minimum, he's going to be playing with Draymond Green. What's the young fella they just drafted from Michigan?
Yaxel
Lindenberg. They have a gambit of mediocre centers that are expendable.
Kristaps
is really a forward. I wouldn't list him as a center.
Jimmy Butler back in February.
Listen, Jimmy Butler is an intimidator. Draymond Green is an intimidator.
Al Horford.
I rest my case. He can win a championship with all of those teams. LeBron James will be the deciding factor in the NBA who wins the championship because I think the Spurs, Oklahoma City, New York are the only three teams that have a chance.
We're going to flesh this out a little more later in the show. I actually had a whole segment built around that, but we've got to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment here on AM 1300 The Zone and the iHeart Radio app.
UT football, basketball, and baseball.
All in one station for all. This is why I listen. 1300 The Zone. 1300 The Zone.
July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250. The Great American State Fair, July 4th.
Use Polymarket to trade the Canada-Morocco match. Delete that sportsbook app that's robbing you and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code TACO to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code TACO. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
We have always been a nation of givers. Giving a hand, giving hope, giving possibility, giving joy, giving opportunity. giving dignity. Imagine what could happen if we all gave at the same time. Giving forth. Take the pledge and give to the causes you care about at America250.org.
I love a girls' weekend, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
You can usually find me in the kitchen, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm still in the mix with Skyrizi to treat my joint symptoms.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe at 4 months.
Or if you're an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Sun, sips, and savings. The summer sale is on its specs. The fun starts here.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Okay, fun first hour of the show is in the books. Jake Herman in for Craig Way, Cole Dixon producing. Mark Henry is here. We're having a blast talking World Cup with the most renowned soccer expert in Austin. We're also moving into some NBA. And to start the next hour of the show, we're going to continue to explore something that we've been talking about, and that is how many teams in the NBA become finals favorites if they get LeBron James. Right now, it's the Spurs and the Thunder in their own category. Everybody else, according to the odds makers, nowhere near. But we just talked about Philly and Miami and New York and the way we think LeBron James could elevate them into that tier. That's what's coming up to start hour number 2 on the Craig Way Show. We're glad to have you with us on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. We're back in a moment.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Here's a tip from iHeartRadio Earth to make your spring garden more pollinator friendly. Did you know 1 out of 3 bites of food we eat exists thanks to pollinators like bees, butterflies, and bats? Many flowering plants depend on pollinators to grow and reproduce. You can help support pollinators by planting native flowers that provide food, habitat, and nesting spaces.
Learn more at pollinator.org. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. For tips or to take action, visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Texas, it's back. The largest gun show in Texas returns to Bryan College Station. 3 huge days, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Last year, over 17,000 people showed up. Don't be the one who hears about it after it's gone. Explore 1,500 tables packed with firearms, gear, and more, all under one roof. Free parking, 3 days only. One can't-miss event. Presented by Texas Gun Shows. Get details now at gunshowstx.com. Texas Gun Shows, making gun shows guns again.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Meet the leaders shaping our community on iHeartRadio CEOs You Should Know. This week, it's Mike Reeser, CEO and Chancellor of Texas State Technical College. Listen this week for the full interview or visit iHeart.com/podcast.
Do you have World Cup fever?
Wonderful strike!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026 live and for free.
Yes.
No matter what team you're cheering for, you can hear it all on the free iHeartRadio app.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
I'm Julian Edelman. That's Rob Gronkowski. And guess what, folks? We're teammates again. And we're going to welcome you guys all to Dudes on Dudes.
Dudes on Dudes.
That sounds a little weird, but that's what this is going to be. Roberto, what's Dudes on Dudes?
Well, I'm a dude. You're a dude. And Dudes on Dudes is our brand new show. And we're going to see who the ultimate dude really is.
The premise of this show is going to be, we're going to highlight players, peers, guys that we played against, legends from the past. And we'll get into the types of dudes. What kind of types of dudes are there, Gronk?
A lot of different types of dudes. We got studs, wizards. We got freaks.
Or dudes, dude.
We got dogs.
Dog. We'll break down their games. We'll share some insider stories and determine what kind of dude each of these dudes are. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and X. Go to Apple Podcasts and write a review about dudes that you want us to do.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
He's a Texas legend, a Hall of Fame broadcaster, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, and your host of the Craig Way Show. Here he is now, Craig Way.
And Jake Herman.
And Mark Henry joining us here on a Thursday afternoon edition of the Craig Way Show. Craig is on a well-deserved vacation, the only 2.5-week stretch of the year that he can take a vacation.
Nobody even call him. Don't call him. Listen, I don't even want him listening to the show. I just want him to live. Craig, I know you're listening, Craig, because you can't help yourself. But just live, brother. Just live.
But that is living. He's kicking back. He's relaxing. Maybe he's got the show on. He's got maybe, his cigar in the other hand. But his brain
works with connection. And he's thinking, I should call him and tell him that song is not the song that you pick. You know how Craig is.
Well, I would love to hear his opinions on the World Cup. I've only heard from him a couple of times. He loved the call of Harry Kane's clutch winner over Congo.
He's a savior.
All right, Sir Harry. We played it yesterday on the show as Darren Fletcher on the call there for Fox Sports. But we're going to continue our conversation here about the NBA offseason. Who knows? By the time Doesn't sound like LeBron's rushing his decision here, but
Oh, he'll do it tomorrow, because you know who LeBron is
who's that?
in the Marvel universe. LeBron James is Loki. Remember what Tony said about him? Tony Stark said,
Which time?
He's a diva.
Oh,
He wants attention.
yep.
He wants an audience. He wants the whole world to bow down to his every whim.
So he's gonna do it on America's 250th birthday.
Yes, he is. Of course he is. That's when else? The day after? No. It's called hijacking the feed. When you go on social media and you see something that's going off and everybody's talking about it, a lot of times, or they'll use the term wag the dog. They'll create something else to knock that out of everybody's consciousness. LeBron James is the master of that. He wags the dog and he hijacks the feed all the time because it's all about me. The world don't exist without LeBron James.
Cole thinks he already knows where he's going.
I think he's been knowing where he's going.
He probably does.
Yeah, him and his, I mean, they know. They said, oh, we're going to reach out to all the teams in the NBA. No, you're not.
Well, there's two teams that he can get $15 million for.
He can get whatever he wants. You know where? The Wizards.
You don't want it.
I'm sorry. I can't even take myself seriously.
Hey, do me a favor. I want you to narrow it down.
Okay.
I want you to start at the teams that have no chance. Even if you have LeBron James, Bronny James, what's his brother's name? Bryce James. What's his wife's name? Savannah. If you had all of them, they gonna lose. Name that team. Those teams.
Okay, I ruled out 17 teams.
Okay, let's hear it.
In the East, the Bulls.
Yeah.
The Wizards.
Yeah.
The Nets.
Mhm.
The Bucks.
Mhm.
Post Giannis trade. The Hornets.
Okay.
I like what they're building, but not yet. For
Not
LeBron.
yet.
The Hawks, same thing.
Gone.
The Magic.
Gone.
Then out west, the Grizzlies.
No chance.
The Kings.
Forget about it.
Clippers.
Out of there.
Pelicans.
For sure.
That's a bottom 5 outlook in the league.
They're for sure. No chance.
They're out of it if when we're here on America's 255th birthday. The Jazz.
Yeah, gone.
And the Lakers. He's not going back there, so we don't need to consider
He's
that.
not going, and the Lakers are not going to win a championship.
And then there were 3 more that I thought about for an extra second, but I think we're going to rule them out too. The Suns.
Okay.
Who just gave up picks for Miles Bridges. I don't understand that.
They flame out.
The Trailblazers, who are point guard you at the moment.
That team has not made the move that they're going to make. They still have trades to make.
That's an NBA 2K team. It's not a real life team. And then you get the Mavericks, who I think are more than a LeBron James away at this point.
Yeah, even with LeBron James, they're not going nowhere but Galveston. That's their vacation right there.
I love that. That's July 4th, get a head start down there. Okay. So now that leaves us with 11 of the 28 other teams.
Oh, you going to start at the bottom or you going to start at the top? Because we already mentioned the top 4.
The top 4. So if you go to the Spurs and the Thunder, who are already kind of in a class of their own in terms of what the odds makers think the finals favorites are.
And the Knicks. The Knicks will be better next year than they were this year.
Okay, so then
because they already got rid of Robinson.
We also discussed that the Heat would probably be a yes. Hey, Robinson's a Celtic, by the way. And then the 76ers would be a yes. You said that last hour.
Yeah.
So let's just stay in the Eastern Conference first.
Okay, let's stay there.
Do the Pacers become title favorites with LeBron James? Or at least in that category with the Spurs and OKC?
I love the fact that Tyrese Halliburton came back from injury, that he's healthy, that he's practicing, he's playing again. But even with Tyrese, I think that he will be a lot like Cade Cunningham is in Detroit. No matter how, if they make it through the first and second round, they're going to run into New York, Philadelphia, Miami, and they're going to get bounced.
Right now, the Pacers 40-1 as NBA championship winners. That's a lot longer odds than some of the next teams we're going to talk about. Not a lot of belief in the Pacers right now. Not a lot of people remembering that they might have been an Achilles pop away from doing the thing.
Yeah, I believe in Tyrese, and I believe that all of those guys playing around him, he made the game easier for them. But you got to compare what it is to what is now, not what was. Next year, you will have Tyrese Maxey, you will have Edgecombe, and you will have Brown to deal with at the guard and forward position. Tyrese Halliburton and company, that's a 1-on-3.
No love for Siakam there.
No.
And they got Zubats. Cost them the 5th pick, though.
Will you stop it?
Celtics.
The Celtics are going to be a solid team regardless. And it's not because of Paul George. It's going to be because of the structure of their team and the way it's designed with Pritchard out at point, and they shoot threes and they shoot them in volume.
They're fine without Jaylen Brown if the record is an indication. Obviously, in the playoffs.
Right, because without Jaylen Brown, they were good. Without
Tatum,
they were good. So they're going to be good regardless. Can any of those other guys add anything? And I just don't think that Paul George and who did you say went there at center?
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson.
Hack a Mitch.
Listen, every time Mitchell Robinson gets on the floor, I'm running a pick and roll by him. Foul. I'm going to foul him. I'm going to run everything. They're going to take him off the floor if you play against me as a coach. Which is what the Knicks should have done. I mean, the Knicks. That's what the Spurs should have done.
Yep. So we're out on the Pacers and Celtics becoming true title contenders with LeBron.
They're a richer team. They can go to the Bahamas.
This one probably doesn't take long. The Pistons.
If they add a third-level scorer, a second-level scorer, they'll be more dangerous.
You can say that about 4 or 5 teams.
I mean, you can add a LeBron James to that team.
You like Detroit's chances with LeBron better than an Indiana or a Boston?
Better than Indiana or Boston.
Because Cade's ascending.
Yeah, Cade is a monster. He just need help.
Okay, what about Cleveland? This is the most popular destination on the
team. Stop it, Jake. Stop it. You're trying to incite a riot. You know I hate James Harden.
But you asked me about the team so we could rule out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I just had an aneurysm.
You
anytime you
back.
mention a team that James Harden plays on where he dribbles the ball for 21 seconds and then he passes it to somebody or shoots it.
I know. I've heard you and Hard talk about him.
Okay, dribble for 17 seconds and pass the ball, give somebody 8-9 seconds to at least dribble the ball once and make a decision. Like, why would you pass me the ball with 4 seconds? 5 seconds on the clock. Don't do that.
We've seen
but
that.
He does it all the time.
We've seen that in too many playoffs now.
I'm just tired of that. Even with the Spurs lost because of there was some brain trust issues and some consistency issues. Same thing with Cleveland. Except for the Spurs had such talent that it overrode the fact that they made mental mistakes.
How about Toronto?
Put it out your mind. Kawhi Leonard's best years are gone. It's like me having a chance at making a shot at the WWE title. It ain't happening.
So we only have the Knicks, Heat, and Sixers from the West, from the East. Everybody else, they're more than a LeBron James away.
Yeah, everybody else is more than LeBron James away.
Okay, here's where it gets fun. Out West, we're down to 4 teams that we haven't ruled out. One of them, we talked about a little bit before the break, is Golden State.
Golden State can win a championship with LeBron. They will make a difference. But the one thing about it is just like Hard said it best. It's not another team's play that will stop Golden State. It's arthritis. Arthritis is what will do them in.
The unction.
Because the average age, if LeBron goes to that team, the average age of the team will be 37. Al Horford, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. They are older guys.
Bring in Westbrook. He can win you some regular season
Don't
games.
do that. As a Warrior fan,
Holy
let's just
cow.
stop. That's no.
So you're gonna bring in all the geezers. That's what they should be Golden State. Because this is gonna be their golden year.
This is the promise of America. They see the Statue of Liberty in San Francisco, and all of the 35-plus-year-old NBA vets assemble under Steve Kerr for one last run.
Invest in Ben Gay now because they're going to need it. Tiger Bomb, Ben Gay, you name it.
But that's a yes for you.
Still play? Ben Gay still playing? Okay, never mind.
But that's a yes. But that's a yes for you. Golden State becomes a true contender.
They become a true contender with LeBron.
Curry, Draymond, LeBron.
They'll beat people just because of smarts, just because of awareness.
Marcus Smart, bring him in.
He already signed with.
I know it's just a joke.
Somebody, yeah.
Okay,
signed with somebody.
3 more teams. This one is kind of a weird fit, but I don't think you can just throw them out. Houston, who didn't have a lot of draft, don't have a lot of draft capital. They're not getting younger anytime soon either. They're kind of invested in the core that they have, including Kevin Durant.
Okay, if there's a lot of ifs involved. If Fred VanVleet is healthy this year and is able to really be the guy that he was before he got hurt, with Kevin Durant and LeBron James on the same floor, it would be pretty damn hard to beat them.
And Marcus Smart, who we've seen play with LeBron.
Right.
We just talked about.
That'd be hard to beat.
Can Şengün make another step? That's the question.
I think
there.
he can, but Şengün has got to learn how to go straight up rather than sideways. He jumps laterally a lot because he doesn't get a lot of lift in his shot, which a good point guard will put the ball where he can just put it in the hoop. So he doesn't have to try to make a bunch of moves to get to the basket. He reminds me a lot of what's my guy that played for the Grizzlies? Zach Randolph. Lateral mover, sidestep, drop step, up step, step through, all of that stuff.
Old school.
It's old school. It only works when you don't have athletic ability. Şengün is not an athletic guy. He's big, and he can shoot, and he's very skilled. But if you have LeBron James and Kevin Durant on the floor, and you got a dominant point guard that's as accurate as Fred VanVleet, yeah, it's a dangerous team.
So then we have Houston added to that list with the Knicks, with the Heat, with the 76ers, with the Warriors. 2 teams left. How about Minnesota, who kind of made their, not so much their all-in move, but their decision to get up from one casino table and go sit down at another when they traded out Naz Reid
If
for LaMelo
LeBron James went to Minnesota, there's no drugs involved in this. I'm just saying.
But it's
this would be
hypothetical.
like a functioning team of drug addicts. There's no way that they will win. LeBron can't help them. He wouldn't be able to help that. Like Anthony Edwards and Ball, I can't wait for the season to start just so I can see them interact on the floor.
It's Anthony Edwards' team. And I think if you're the Timberwolves, you're hoping
Well,
that
somebody better tell Ball.
Yeah, you're hoping that LaMelo Ball gets that message.
LeBron doesn't want to babysit those guys. There's no way.
LeBron is not going to babysit
No.
them. And even if he did, even if he went to play small forward there, he would clash with LaMelo Ball because LaMelo Ball takes shots that Steph Curry would laugh at, like, whoa, that was far out.
Yeah. Those are Trae Young shots.
Like, at least let us get in position to rebound before you shoot. I've watched LaMelo Ball shoot the ball at half court in the game.
I've watched him get benched in the important minutes of Hornets games.
Because they know that he's going to take a shot like it's at the park. You remember being at the park playing pickup ball, and there was always that one dude that used to start dribbling, and then he would be counting down at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and and then he would shoot the ball regardless of whether or not, hey man, I got him posted up. Hey, over here.
I'm the guy running the baseline and cutting and screening.
I just went around 2 screens. I ran 40 ounces of sweat out.
I'm the guy doing cardio.
Nothing. He don't care. That's why he got traded. He got traded. And guess who's going to be playing?
In his prime. He got traded in his prime.
Guess who's going to be playing? Kobe White took his place. Because Kobe White is consistent. And he's going to do what's good for the team. And that general manager, hey, why everybody's not looking? He did an unbelievable job, like filling that team.
Naz Reid's good.
That he made the right. He acquired the right talent.
Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Kobe White.
Wow, what a good young team. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna make some noise. They'll be a 5. Yeah, I see it.
One team left. Minnesota's a no. I think that's more based on fit than talent.
I think you've narrowed it down. I know who it is. Denver.
It's Denver. Could LeBron James going to Denver make them a finals contender?
Yes. And I think that out in the West, Joker, LeBron James, Aaron Gordon, Murray. Listen, man, that I would be scared for them to play the Spurs, and I know they can beat Oklahoma City.
So we ended up with 6 teams where LeBron could sign to potentially challenge the Spurs and OKC. The Knicks, they got the proof.
They don't really need him, but I think that they will be better because of it. They're already better because they eliminated Mitchell Robinson.
They're going to be able to run it back. Well, without that.
Unless it depends on where LeBron goes. I'm dead serious. LeBron James is going to decide the fate of the NBA. That he's playing this the whole time. You think we're the only radio show in America that's talking about this right now? All of them are. It's the biggest topic in basketball sports. Where will LeBron go and how will he affect the league championship?
We've got a good list of receipts to come back to when we find out where he lands. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming by today, Mark.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Anytime.
We got more show to go. The world's strongest man.
We got to do Inconceivable.
Oh, that's coming up. Don't you worry. Right here on AM 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and BK with Bucky Godbolt and Brad Kellner.
And our guy Hardball Harge has himself a catchphrase now.
Bang, bang, he hit that thing.
Bang, bang, he hit that thing. Yeah, it sounded like me last weekend. Yeah, bang, bang, I hit that thing. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, Saturday night, my eyes get all big. And bang, bang, I hit that thing. There you go, Harge. That was pretty good.
Catch Bucky and BK weekday afternoons from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
50 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Fine Spirits and Fine Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout, cheers to savings.
It's 95 degrees and your air conditioner suddenly starts making a very weird noise. That's when you post your task on AirTasker. Find local help for repairs, yard work, errands, and more without losing your cool. Go to airtasker.com or download the app.
AirTasker. Get anything done.
Construction site or special event, Buyers Barricades delivers full-service traffic control, safety gear, and round-the-clock service across Texas. Get started now at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today and keep Texas safe.
Right now, North America is the center of the soccer universe.
hosting the biggest sporting event in the world. 48 nations competing for world status, and our Stars and Stripes are off to a great start in their group stage matches. And BetOnline has you covered with all the updated odds, player props, and contests for the whole tournament. In between games, be sure to visit the casino and poker rooms for more Vegas-style action. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at BetOnline, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours. Bet on at BetOnline.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier Contracts tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. Goal! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
Hey, it's Hannah from Central Texas #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. If you love the Longhorns as much as Rowdy does, you will have to watch all the action on our 69 big screen TVs while enjoying ice-cold beer, craft cocktails, and our Texas-sized menu. And check out our Monday and Friday steak specials. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy, located off I-35 in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy. Visit us at Go Rowdy Cowboy.
We have always been a nation of givers, giving a hand, giving hope, giving possibility, giving joy, giving opportunity, giving dignity. Imagine what could happen if we all gave at the same time, giving forth. Take the pledge and give to the causes you care about at America250.org.
Hey, friends. I'm Jessica Capshaw.
And this is Camilla Luddington.
And we have a new podcast. Call It What It Is. You may know us from Graceland Memorial, but did you know that we are actually besties in real life?
When one of us sends out the distress signal, the other one always answers the call. Big or small, we're there.
And what does that look like? 1,000 pep talks, 1,000,000 I've got yous, some very urgent I'm coming overs. Because, I don't know, let's face it, life can get even crazier than a season finale of Grey's Anatomy.
And now here we are, opening up the friendship circle.
Someone's cheating?
We've got you on that.
In-laws are in-lying?
Let's get into it.
Toxic friendship?
Air it out.
We're on your side to help you with your concerns. Talk about ours, and every once in a while, bring on an awesome guest to get their take on the things that you bring us. Listen to Call It What It Is on the iHeartRadio app.
Back to Craig Way, the voice of the Longhorns on 1300 The Zone.
First off, thank you so much to Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, coming in with some strong takes, talking soccer, LeBron James, talking music, everything in between. Always fun to have. You can hear him along with Mike Harbaugh-Harge every morning here on The Zone, 7 to 9 a.m. It's the morning kickoff show. That is must-listen radio to start your day. Hopefully, Inconceivable is appointment listening for you as well. And if you're joining us now, we usually do Inconceivable towards the end of the 2 o'clock hour. We pushed it back to accommodate some of our breaking news to get to on the NBA and the World Cup. But now we've got an abbreviated Inconceivable file for you on a Thursday afternoon. Well, we're off tomorrow, so we will not have the opportunity to do our typical Craig Way Show tradition of Florida Man Friday. So I thought I'd give us a little taste of it today. You ready?
I'm ready.
A Florida man accused of stealing Smokey the Bear signs and selling them on Facebook has been caught and faces up to 10 years in prison. I suppose you wouldn't be reading about it if he wasn't caught. A 30-year-old Hunter Drake Lovett has been indicted on a federal charge and could face up to 10 years in prison. This started back in 2025 when he was accused of stealing Smokey Bear signs from state parks all over the great state of Florida, as Craig calls it, the most flaccid of the lower 48, including Pensacola, Panama City, in Orlando, and he probably gets caught. I mean, he probably gets away with it, if he doesn't try to sell them on Facebook Marketplace for almost $2,000 each. How dumb can you be?
For a sign?
Hey, they're not easy to come by. They're certainly American artifacts, but that's what happens when dumb criminals poke the bear, pun intended.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
I guess if you're like a collector, then I get it, but $2,000 for a sign, hard pass. But yeah, what an idiot.
Only you can prevent self-incrimination by selling the Smoke of the Bear signs on Facebook. A staple of Inconceivable is the fast food, junk food update, and we want everyone to eat well out there and also eat and drink responsibly over the upcoming long weekend that a lot of us will enjoy. And a lot of us will be out celebrating America's 250th birthday. It's great that it falls on a Saturday. So it gives you a chance to take advantage of some of these fast food, junk food deals. Tell me what sounds good to you. Krispy Kreme Donuts offering free original glazed donuts on July 4th, one per guest, and they're offering some specialty USA donuts as well. We've got the USA donut. That's an unglazed shell donut filled with cookies and cream, dipped in red icing, patriotic stars, and a USA sugar piece.
I got to try it just because it's 4th of July.
Firework donut. That's a glazed donut dipped in vanilla icing with gold glitter and a firecracker sugar piece.
Yeah.
And then the Freedom Ring donut, just a small sample. We're not going to get to all of them, but an original glazed donut dipped in white icing, blue sprinkles, and white stars, piped with red icing stripes. This just reads a sugar donut with sugar on it, and we're going to make it patriotic.
Of course, yeah. I mean, what better way to celebrate 4th of July with a bunch of sugar and donuts?
When you think of July 4th, Cole, what are the iconic foods? I'll narrow it down. Iconic desserts on July 4th.
Oh, dessert. I would say cookies, brownies, those ice cream pops,
There
the
you go.
rocket pops.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I've got a sound effect you can use over there. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's the Crystals. There it is.
There you go.
Crystal. Fast food. And even the Crystal. My dad loves Crystal. Grew up in Alabama.
No.
It is a White Castle style, I would say, burger.
I've never heard of this.
Small, greasy, buttery. You don't want to take off the top, but you can eat it, and it's going to taste delicious. Don't ask how you feel an hour after. They're giving out free bomb pops. That's the red, white, and blue popsicle on July 4th with any in-store purchase, and that is pretty patriotic to me.
Yeah, I mean, traditional with a rocket pop, or what's it called? What are they called? Rocket pops?
That might be the store brand. Yeah.
The store brand, yeah. That's super patriotic. Red, white, and blue. Popsicle when it's hot out, running around the park watching fireworks. Why not?
There's plenty of other restaurants doing deals for $17.76. Casey's is offering $12 pizzas. You know, I was in North Dakota one time. I got food poisoning from a Casey's pizza.
You ate pizza from a gas station?
I sure did. I was driving back. I was going from Mayville, North Dakota. I wonder how many of our listeners know where Mayville, North Dakota is. Northeastern part of the state. It's calling a college, an NAIA basketball game. Driving back to Bismarck, North Dakota, there's nothing open in the city. All 3 restaurants are closed. So we stop at a gas station. I get a slice of pizza. Didn't make it halfway back before things went south. Anyway, it wasn't fun.
See, that's your fault, though. Like, why would you? It's like gas stations, like sushi or the hot dogs. Like, why do you trust that? You just get a bag of chips.
Desperate times. I never again on the gas station pizza. But if you are a gas station pizza enjoyer, Casey's has them for $12. You're not going to go after my ringing endorsement there. I don't think there's many of those in Texas.
I've never even heard of a Casey's, to be honest.
You've heard of Applebee's, though.
Oh, Club A.
They're bringing back the Dollarita,
Ooh.
the viral 12-ounce bar with tequila, triple sec, and a lime all day, every day in July. Dine in only. That's self-explanatory.
What time does this show end?
We're with you till 9 p.m. actually tonight. No, always from 2 to 5 here on AM 1300 The Zone. If you missed the July 4th deals, we've got one right here in town on July 5th. That's P. Terry's 21st birthday. Speaking of Dollaritas, a one-day only $7.05 birthday combo deal includes a double cheeseburger, fresh cut fries, and a birthday shake at the drive-thru and dine-in options at Pete Terry's. You go to the Barton Springs one, you get a free T-shirt for the first 400 guests. Pete Terry's, drive-in.
I love Pete Terry's. That is actually my go-to burger spot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that in terms of Austin fast food burgers. One more from the inconceivable file in this Thursday afternoon edition of the show, our last before the long holiday weekend. And it comes from down under, where a man in Australia has broken the Guinness World Record for the loudest ever shout. We might have broken it earlier when we were singing all those songs. Joseph McGrail Beta from Canberra in Australia yelled the word "now" at an ear-splitting 122.4 decibels.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Mark Henry's is second when you mentioned James Harden.
That can lead to permanent ear damage. Luckily, it didn't last as long. It would take 12 to 30 seconds, according to the Hearing Health Foundation, of unprotected exposure to a yell like this to have potentially permanent hearing damage from this. It's like the sound that a jet makes as it's taking off. That's the type of volume we're talking about. He's 58 years old. About the same also as a clap of thunder, a chainsaw, or a drill, according to Sky News. The 58-year-old, now record holder, said it took him 7 attempts to break the record and that his voice was, quote, shot for days afterwards. He's talking about this like a marathon. He says there's no way you can actually practice for it. You just have to keep it for the day, especially with the world record attempt.
His poor neighbors. I mean, can you imagine living near him? What is it? Lightning Thunder? No, it's just, what's his name, practicing his yell.
Just Joseph McGrail Beta yelling, "No!" The audio was recorded by a professional acoustic engineer with witnesses present, I hope with earplugs. And Guinness confirmed it on Friday.
Good for him.
That's inconceivable. On a Thursday afternoon, we'll get back to talking some World Cup and get to some of your texts at 81530. Text the word Texas followed by your question or comment. We've got a couple we're going to get to right after this break.
This July 4th, for $17.76, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party hosted by Queen Latifah. It's a 4th of July benefit show at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum featuring music performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, fireworks, a drone show, and the kickoff to Giving Forth to make this the biggest season of giving in American history. Get your America's Block Party tickets for $17.76 at america250.org/LA.
50 states, one national mall, 2 weeks of freedom. The Great American State Fair opens June 25th in Washington, D.C. All 50 states. Live music and rodeo, innovation, arts, culture, and American patriotism. Every day brings a new theme celebrating the best of who we are, capped by the largest fireworks display in the world on July 4th. This is for every American. Admission is free. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair. Be there.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-345-2789. 800-345-2789 or biglou.com.
AM 1300 The Zone occasionally holds contests. For more information about contests on this station, go to am1300thezone.com/rules.
Some people say soccer culture doesn't exist in the U.S., but
it is an American game.
And it goes beyond the stats.
It's your culture.
It's a connecting force.
I like watching it with my dad.
To the players and the stories.
I took an elbow to my head, which cracked my skull.
From Futuro Studios, this is American Football, a show about soccer culture in the U.S. and its underdog roots. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search American Football, and listen now.
This World Soccer Report is sponsored by MyPlates.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The U.S. is on to the round of 16, but they'll be without their leading scorer. Coach Mauricio Pochettino doesn't think Flo Balogun should have received a red card last night.
For me, never is a red card. Watching after on TV, and never was the intention.
Balogun will serve his suspension when the U.S. meets Belgium Monday. A win would get the U.S. to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2002.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Whether you're cheering for the green and yellow, the blues or the reds, or the red, white, and blue, show your colors every day with a MyPlates personalized plate. Create yours today at MyPlates.com.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
In 1982, Atari players across the country settled into their shag carpeting. Homework went by the wayside, and so did sleep. These gamers only had one thing on their minds: Sword Quest. This wasn't just a new game. Epic and ambitious, the company promised $150,000 in prizes to 4 finalists, with the Sword of Ultimate Sorcery going to the grand prize winner.
Just got this, $3.35 an hour minimum wage job, and next thing you know, I got this freaking $25,000 prize.
But what started as a video game promotion would become one of the most controversial moments in 80s pop culture, with broken promises, urban myths, payoffs, and a central mystery that's consumed fans for decades.
I never ended up seeing these prizes in person.
How did all those prizes, valued at $150,000, become something of a lost treasure? I'm Jamie Loftus. Join us for The Legend of Sword Quest, a podcast about the fall of Atari and the disappearing Sword Quest prizes. We'll follow the quest for missing treasure across 4 decades. Listen to The Legend of Sword Quest on the iHeartRadio app.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human. We're back. It's the Craig Way Show with Hall of Fame broadcaster and voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way.
All right, this came in on the text line. We asked earlier if you were to replace Country Roads as the victory song for the U.S. men's national team, what would you choose? And this came in via the text line at 81530, where you can text the word Texas followed by your questions and comments. How about Tough Enough by the Fabulous Thunderbirds? That ought to send the nation rocking. I love it for a parade. Maybe not a post-match win.
Not a post-match win. No, we need like a heavy chorus. I mean, Country Road's
I'm
fine.
Right. So I'm right about Country Roads.
But Eye of the Tiger,
Yeah, too Philly. I'm a DC guy before I moved to Austin.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Nothing wrong with Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, but Country Roads has got that kind of monotone, like, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Everyone can kind of sing it.
That's what I said. I'm going to stick by that. Somebody else on the text line commented, Casey's are all over central Missouri. talking about our fast food, junk food update and my unfortunate pizza mishap from a couple years ago. The last time I walked in one visiting cousins, they sold moonshine. Yeah, that's about as Midwestern as it gets.
They should open one up in Austin.
Yeah, come on down.
If they did that, if my local, I call it Bodega Mini Mart, sold moonshine, I'd know them on first name basis.
A lot of folks will be using that to celebrate America's 250th.
That's
this
right.
Weekend coming up. Again, we're off tomorrow here on the Craig Way Show. And you can listen to all the World Cup action that happens during our break in the action by searching World Cup on the iHeartRadio app. It's fun. You get a simulcast of the Fox audio, which can help you bring the World Cup with you wherever you go. Speaking of World Cup and speaking of post-match music, a lot of folks have been circulating the clip of Mauricio Pochettino, the Argentinian manager who has really changed the perception, changed the ceiling of this American team, singing along to Country Roads and fully leaning into the American spirit. So naturally, he was asked in his post-match press conference, are you starting to feel American now that you're caught up in this? Here's his answer.
I am 200% Argentine. I am not. I am not. I feel Argentine 200%, but I think when you are, you feel part of something bigger, things that we are building here. I enjoy being part of that amazing, project. And of course, when that song start to, to sound on the stadium, it's impossible not to sing. It's impossible because it's an amazing song, and it's very emotional. And after to win a game, after for 1 year and a half that we are preparing to be here, and that is why we signed for that country or for that federation, is because we wanted to feel, that is emotion. One thing is to be involved. I love to be involved and be part of the party.
Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all, Poch? But apparently it is case closed when it comes to Flo Balogun and the red card that he was shown in the 60th minute of this match. And we went over it earlier with Mark Henry. I don't think there was anything malicious in this challenge. I don't think that the virtual assistant referee, the video assistant, I meant the VAR, is warranted in this situation. It was a bad call. And I've seen a lot of conflicting stories out there. Some folks might have read it in both directions. Could the U.S. appeal something like this? No, there's no Lubbock judge that can come in. There's no Oxford, Mississippi judge that can come in and overturn this. But apparently how this works is if it's a matter of facts, according to FIFA, and they classify a judgment call like this as a matter of fact, then there's no real wiggle room for interpretation. The U.S. would likely not win any kind of appeal. Now, USA Today and ESPN have reported some different angles on this, including one to where there could have been an administrative error on this. Apparently, when you're reviewing these VAR challenges, and it wasn't called a card on the field, you're not supposed to use slow motion and still pictures to change the call because everything looks worse in slow motion. So if there were mistakenly used protocols, might there be a workaround? I haven't heard that that's a big possibility. USA Today, though, reporting that if there were administrative errors, that the U.S. Soccer Federation could point those out and try to get this thing reversed or at least appealed, deferred, whatever you want to call it on this suspension, because it's impactful. Flo Balogun, maybe not the best all-around. Well, I shouldn't even say I think he's probably the most important player on this team just because he does things that no striker the U.S. has been able to do.
Well, he's definitely their best goal scorer.
Yeah.
And it completely changes their upcoming match with Belgium. So, yeah, going back to the matter of fact, it's a matter of fact. It doesn't signify for a red card. There's nothing there that's like, oh, that's a red. If it's a second yellow, I get it. But There's nothing there that looks to me of, oh, that's a red. Yeah. No, I get it. I just don't understand how they can't appeal it. Maybe they can if there's a workaround, like you said, but
even targeting has an appeal process.
Yeah, exactly. But for nothing now, it's just not even a close call. It's like, yeah, that's a yellow. It's not a red.
No. And Mark Clattenburg concurred as he, the rules expert and former referee himself, told the folks over in the Fox Sports studio.
When I watched this in real speed, I didn't think it was much. I thought it was just a coming together of two players. And what you do see is that Balogun's challenge does catch his opponent on the back of the leg. And then when it comes down, it catches his ankle. And that's when the twist of the Bosnia-Herzegovina player's foot twists underneath him. The problem you've got is, to reach a criteria of the red card, there has to be some speed, there has to be some force, and there has to be some malice. This lacked that. But what it does have, which is what the element of the VAR is hiding behind, is it endangers the safety of the opponent because of that foot-on-foot challenge, which could have acted and ended with a broken ankle. So what they've done is they've looked at the consequence of the challenge. However, in my opinion, this didn't endanger the safety of the opponent. Balogun doesn't even look for the foul. It's one of them where it happens in a split second. He puts his foot down and catches the opponent. It was an accidental challenge. And for me, this did not reach the criteria of a red card, and it shouldn't have been a VAR intervention.
Yeah, that's Mark Clattenburg, rules expert, former high-level referee. Flo Balogun did get the opportunity to make some history, though. First player to score and get a red card in a World Cup knockout stage match since Zinedine Zidane's famous headbutt in the 2006 final against Italy. It's only happened one other time. It was Ronaldinho, the Brazilian, in the 2002 quarterfinal against England. That stat comes from Paul Carr, who does some research for Fox and CBS. So you did get to see history, even if it was...
There's that. I don't even think Luis Suarez, I don't know if it was the Euro Cup or World Cup.
He's gotten a red card. He just hadn't scored in the same game in a knockout match.
For that instance, I remember there was it was a free kick, and they're at the goal line, and he did bite someone on the shoulder. I don't know if he even got a red card for that. I can't remember, but I remember him just blatantly biting someone. But when I looked up the rules, when Mark Henry was here, and we're going back and forth, it does say biting, scratching, pinching, anything deliberate like that, any sign of aggression.
That would look a lot worse in slow motion. We'll tell you what else might meet that criteria as we wrap up our number 2 of the Craig Way Show on 1300 The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings.
This July 4th, for $17.76, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, hosted by Queen Latifah. It's a 4th of July benefit show at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, featuring music performances from major artists, including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, fireworks, a drone show, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, to make this the biggest season of giving in American history. Get your America's Block Party tickets for $17.76 at america250.org/LA.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple: your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Use Polymarket to trade the Canada-Morocco match. Delete that sportsbook app that's robbing you and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. You trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code TACO to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code TACO. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Burnt Orange, Bebo, and Ball. Craig Way is talking it all. Now back to the Craig Way Show on 1300 The Zone.
We've got 1 hour to go here on this Thursday afternoon. One more hour before the holiday weekend. Maybe some of you are already on the road, on the way to your July 4th weekend destinations. You get tomorrow off. You're trying to catch up on all things sports. And guess what? That's our plan for the last hour of the show. We'll continue to talk about this World Cup red card controversy. Even Merriam-Webster Dictionary is joining in. They tweeted that is not the definition of a red card. We'll discuss that a little bit more. We'll have one more guest joining us at 4:15, MLB.com. Freelance reporter Byron Kerr will talk all things baseball with us. He'll have some thoughts on the crowded American League picture and much more. We hope you stick with us here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
Texas, it's back. The largest gun show in Texas returns to Bryan College Station. 3 huge days, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Last year, over 17,000 people showed up. Don't be the one who hears about it after it's gone. Explore 1,500 tables packed with firearms, gear, and more, all under one roof. Free parking, 3 days only. One can't-miss event. Presented by Texas Gun Shows. Get details now at gunshowstx.com. Texas Gun Shows, making gun shows guns again.
We have always been a nation of givers. Giving a hand, giving hope, giving possibility, giving joy, giving opportunity, giving dignity. Imagine what could happen if we all gave at the same time. Giving forth. Take the pledge and give to the causes you care about at America250.org.
Meet the leaders shaping our community on iHeartRadio's CEOs You Should Know. This week, it's Mike Reeser, CEO and Chancellor of Texas State Technical College. Listen this week for the full interview or visit iHeart.com/podcast.
America is the stage for the biggest World Cup ever, and Fox is your home for it all.
None bigger than this one.
48 countries, 16 cities, one golden dream. The biggest stars, the biggest games, the biggest moments. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, June 11th through July 19th on Fox.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Risa can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI.
For traffic control rentals, sales, and 24-hour service, trust Buyers Barricades. From roadway safety to special event traffic planning, they've got Texas covered. Visit buyersbarricades.com and keep Texas roads safe. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today.
Cancer doesn't end when the treatment does. Livestrong supports survivors, caregivers, and families, helping people navigate life after cancer. Learn more and get involved today at livestrong.org/radio.
The FIFA World Cup is everywhere.
What a strike!
But the only place to hear every game live for free
Is iHeartRadio.
Don't miss a moment.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and search World Cup.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Freeform Radio, a unique blend of Americana, classic alternative, and roots rock.
You belong in my sweet heart. With a song of sweet.
Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Freeform Radio, and listen now, commercial-free. Free never sounded so good.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns and Hall of Fame broadcaster, Craig Way.
Our third and final hour of the program today and of this week here on AM 1300 The Zone. Jake Herman here filling in for the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. Cole Dixon alongside producing. We've already made our opinions clear about the red card fiasco for the U.S. men's national team, and it puts a tough aftertaste on what was otherwise just a delicious moment for soccer fans who have waited so long to have a team with this kind of buzz, with this kind of positivity, and to be able to dominate the match the way they did, even down a man last night, makes you wonder what truly is possible for this American team. I mean, Tim Ream looked ageless. Tyler Adams was out there taking elbows, popping right back up and creating offense. Weston McKennie, Anthony Robinson had, I think, their best games of the tournament so far. It was a great win for the U.S. men's national team against a team they were expected to beat, but that hasn't always looked so easy for the U.S., even with the adversity of that red card, which went against them during the game last night. We were talking earlier about how the red card only looked bad in slow motion, and only if you slow it down did it look like it was anything close to the type of foul that would get a player sent off and suspended for an all-important knockout game. As viewers, we love those slow motion replays. We were always anticipating them after a big highlight, after a big goal. Doesn't matter what the sport is. It's not just red card challenges that look worse in slow motion, Cole. There's a few other things.
I can think of a handful of things.
Well, you've got, from the world of sport, you got UFC knockouts are right there.
Oh, yeah.
They look so painful in slow motion.
Or the dislocations, like when they do the leg. I don't do well with injuries, so I'll look away, but...
That's the second thing I've got on the list. Ankle injuries / any kind of gruesome injury on a sporting surface.
Like let's bring it full circle, like Paul George. Remember that one?
Like Paul George, like Kevin Ware.
Yeah.
Like
I don't do well with that.
Like Gordon Hayward.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Bring him
Nick,
back.
like Nick Chubb.
Yeah. No, I get where I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
Okay, so there's also some things outside of the sports arena. How about in Hollywood? Movie fights. They don't look as good in slow motion. You can tell, then you can figure out the stunt.
No, yeah. If it's done right with CGI, it looks good. But no, usually it's like, nah, I can tell. This is just corny. This is not good.
This weekend, a lot of you are going to watch the hot dog eating contest. I wouldn't put that in slow motion.
No. Joey Chestnut, what's he going for now?
He's not in his prime anymore. He's not putting down as many as he used to, but he's so far ahead of the field that he's not being pushed anymore. He is a 2,500, minus 2,500 in terms of the favorite. That means $25. If you bet $25 on Joey Chestnut to win, you win $1. But hey, if you found $1 lying on the ground, would you pick it up?
Of course.
Joey Chestnut has a implied probability of 96% to win this thing. Patrick Bertoli is the number 2 favorite. 1 year ago, Joey Chestnut ate 70 hot dogs and buns. So that's what we're looking at potentially. I wouldn't watch that in slow motion.
No.
Eating in general.
No, eating in general, and people that don't close their mouth when they eat. That in slow-mo.
That's not good at fast mo.
No, it's not even good in general. No, not at all.
Sneezing.
No. That's so gross.
Laughing.
I don't have an issue with that, actually.
Slow-mo laugh?
Yeah, because they're happy. You're like, okay, even though I see your gums and teeth and your tongue, and I can probably see your nose, and it's not ill-intended.
Are you saying I need to change my camera angle? Those of us watching on StreamYard?
I've gotten some text.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit of a little bit all exposing here. But how about this? The feeling you get when you watch yourself do something athletic in slow motion. It's never how you picture it. We can relate to that. We've all seen that.
Yeah, you look back and
maybe not Mark Henry.
No, not Mark Henry. But he was like, I tried to do a cartwheel, and you're like, oof.
Oh, that
no.
That the problem there is in the attempt.
Or like a roundhouse kick. You ever attempt one of those and watch it back in slow-mo?
No, I'm just talking about running or playing sports. I watch myself play basketball. Now that doesn't happen very often anymore. Or hit a tennis ball. It doesn't look anything like I'm picturing.
You got your grunt face. If you're like playing tennis, you got the grunt face.
Yeah.
You ever see that? I think it's funny.
It's like the guitar face or the dunk face.
Oh yeah, they're shredding.
It's there.
I like those ones. So it's not like sneezing or chewing with your mouth open or an injury. Like those ones are kind of funny. I'm like, I can laugh at that, even if it's me.
So that's the point here. Slow motion changes the way things look.
Yes.
And that's the roundabout way, like Craig would say, going around the barn to get to the garage, on why this red card loses the plot, the intent, everything behind it. And people are right to be angry about it. And people are right to maybe get a little cynical about it. It's infuriating because it makes the sport feel corrupt, even though in my heart I know it's not. It's usually not. It has been corrupt at other instances.
It has. I'm to a point now, like, I don't agree with it. A lot of us, I feel like, don't agree with it. But let's learn from it. If we can use technology in soccer like we have been, in implementing changes like a hydration break, and with VAR, and we have, I think the balls even have trackers in them. Why can't we go back and look at this?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Cole, because the NBA is looking at doing the same thing. This summer, in the 2K League, what do they call it, the Developmental Summer League, the NBA is going to experiment with using something called a connected basketball. It detects contact, so it's going to help officials with out-of-bounds calls as to who got the last touch. Apparently, the ball's not going to feel any different. I don't think we'll know that until we try it out. Thoughts on this?
I actually enjoy it. If it speeds up the game towards the end or like at the half where, hey, we have to go to a review. Okay, they come back to the review. It's been 5 minutes. Oh, another tip ball. We got to look at it again. If we can speed up the process,
yeah,
I'm all for it. If we can speed up the game, even though soccer, I can sit and watch a full game of soccer. But to the average person who doesn't want to sit there and watch it, like, why can't this be faster? No, we're trying to make things faster. Technology-wise, that helps the game and increase viewership.
My follow-up for that person is, do you watch college football?
Yeah, you said that today. I was like, well, that's a good point. I never thought of it like that.
These are 3.5-hour games that have become more percentage-wise commercial than ever because of the change to running clock and the addition of the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, I mean, even with baseball, like they have the pitch clock, and I'm like, okay, it speeds up the game. It all comes full circle again, where if it can speed up the game, I'm all for it. I don't want to sit there and look at Scott Foster, at the scorers table, and I can hear Reggie Miller in the background trying to debate, like, I wonder if is it out on Embiid, is it out on whoever? Let's speed this up. Let's go.
I'm with you on that. And baseball's done a good job of speeding up its games. Average game times are down. The ABS challenge system is only adding less than a minute per game. The umpires are getting better at it. We're seeing the overturns now far less egregious than they used to be. Umpires are making adjustments in the middle of games, and there is strategy behind challenging. Teams are benefiting if they're able to allocate and use their challenges correctly. And it's going to be fun to see at the end of the season which players are the best at challenging.
Well, I saw a video, and Craig would like this. I'm sure he saw it, where what's his name? Brain fart, Cole. I've had 2 shows today. The pitcher and the DH for the Dodgers.
Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Only the most famous baseball player on the globe.
Yes, but I have my reservations about him. Nonetheless, I saw him tap his head like, hey, he told the catcher, I think it was Will Smith.
Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing.
Yeah.
Another great player. Hey, challenge this. So I think the catchers always have the best sense of what's going on in the field, but now you have pitchers involved too, where it's like, oh yeah, we can also tag in on this. And I'm curious to see which teams, which players, and which positions have the most success rate.
Pitchers statistically have been faring the worst in terms of challenges. It's because they think everything is a strike.
That's true.
We need a break. When we come back, we'll talk much more Major League Baseball with our guest, Byron Kerr from MLB.com, here on a Thursday afternoon edition of the Craig Way Show, Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey, baseball fans. Catch the Round Rock Express right here on 1300 The Zone. All the action and excitement from the ballpark. Don't miss a pitch. It's Round Rock Express Baseball, only on 1300 The Zone.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now through Tuesday, save up to 60% on Sealy at Mattress Firm. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, hosted by Queen Latifah. It's a 4th of July benefit show at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, featuring music performances from major artists, including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, fireworks, a drone show, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, to make this the biggest season of giving in American history. Get your America's Block Party tickets for $17.76 at america250.org/LA.
Moving day's going great until the couch won't fit through the door. That's when I turn to AirTasker. Post your task and find local help for packing, cleaning, furniture assembly, errands, and more. Go to airtasker.com or download the app.
AirTasker. Get anything done.
Right now, North America is the center of the soccer universe, hosting the biggest sporting event in the world. 48 nations competing for world status, and our Stars and Stripes are off to a great start in their group stage matches. And BetOnline has you covered with all the updated odds, player props, and contests for the whole tournament. In between games, be sure to visit the casino and poker rooms for more Vegas-style action. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at BetOnline, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours. Bet on at BetOnline.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings.
July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250. The Great American State Fair, July 4th.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Let's check and see which highways are going to be slowing you down. We'll start with 35 southbound. Between Airport and Cesar Chavez, it's going to be about a 17-minute delay. Mopac northbound between Bee Caves and 45th, it does slow down there, but it's only about 5 minutes added to your drive. And we do have accidents reported, 290 eastbound at FM 973 and 71 eastbound after Albert Brown Drive. I'm Kat Cortez with your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz & Lorenz, personal injury attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz & Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz & Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the WIAA, are the 174,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Washington. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Coach Sark here, back to the Craig Way Show on your home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns and Hall of Fame broadcaster, Craig Way.
Back here on this Thursday afternoon edition of the Craig Way Show, Jake Herman filling in. Pleased to be joined now by an MLB.com freelancer, former Nationals beat reporter Byron Kerr. Byron, I know it's a busy time for you over there in the D.C. area, both covering baseball and just being there near America's 250th in general. Thanks for taking some time out of your day for us.
Hey, it's an honor, Jake, to talk with you and excited to give you some information here.
So you being based in the D.C. area, right, get to cover teams that come into both Baltimore and D.C. in your role with MLB.com, and that includes the White Sox, who were able to take 2 of 3 from the Baltimore Orioles. They're one of the stories, certainly, of the season, and we cover it extensively on this show. Gene Watson, their personnel director, is a regular guest of ours. What did you learn about them from your time covering them during that series, and what kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a turnaround, Jake, for the White Sox with 3 straight 100-loss seasons. And I cover the Nationals and Orioles here in this area. But usually I'm covering the other team. So the Phillies last week, the Padres at the Orioles a couple weeks ago. And this week, to start, I got the Chicago White Sox and got to meet up with Will Venable, who's an amazing manager and a former college basketball player. It was really interesting to talk to him. And they have so much young talent, Jake. Colson Montgomery was hitting 440-foot home runs. And just to be in their clubhouse for a couple of days and see, what makes them tick. I'm really impressed with them. And they have so much young talent. They've got a lot of power, hitting a ton of home runs. And, the Orioles are not playing very well right now. So they looked very good. They were really worried about this, or not worried, but thinking about this Guardians series that starts tonight, 4 games, in their division. And they looked the part, 5 or 6 games above 500. It should be a great series this weekend in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's a fun race developing there in the American League Central. As for the Baltimore Orioles, they're one of a few teams in the American League right now who are under 500, out of a playoff spot. And yet, because of the way things look now, everything still feels possible. When's the last time you've seen a league this crowded and with this many, frankly, kind of underachievers at this point of the year?
Yeah, especially in the division that you guys monitor a lot is the AL West, to see all those teams around 500 except for the Angels. And, the Orioles are kind of surprising how poorly they've been to begin the season, 8 or 9 games below 500. And, when they signed Pete Alonso and they added Taylor Ward and others, they thought they could really contend with the Blue Jays, Yankees, Rays, Red Sox in the East, because the East is just so stacked. And it hasn't turned out that way. Their starting rotation has not been very good. Their bullpen has been okay, but their stars are not hitting and not connecting. Mountcastle was injured early in the season. Rushman is not doing what he normally does. Jackson Holliday's at the bottom of the lineup. So Pete Alonso's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's hitting a little bit below 250, but he's cranking home runs. So it's not his fault. But certainly they're not getting enough offense, and you're going to have to be able to do that, in the AL East.
Yeah, and yet the Orioles just 4.5 games out of a wild card spot, just past the halfway point of the Major League Baseball season. We're talking to Byron Kerr from MLB.com. Are we coming into a trade deadline that's going to have any really surprising buyers and sellers based on how busy and packed together this AL picture is behind, say, the Yankees?
It's a great question. You wonder if Mike Elias, the Orioles GM, will be one of the buyers, after they spend so much money on Alonso and others, because if they're going to have a chance to make it, you're right, it's going to have to be through the wild card, because there's so many good teams above them. And, in your AL West, the Seattle Mariners are a team that's always kind of gone to try to hit home runs with big signings in the offseason. You wonder if they're going to do that again here. And because, the Texas Rangers feel like they have so much talent that they could get on a roll here. And then the last 10 games, they certainly have. So, I'd be surprised if the White Sox would make any big moves. They have so much young talent. I don't think they want to give away a lot of that young talent, all the rookies they have and the second-year players. They were trying to contend next year. And so for them to be able to be 5 games above 500 this time, I don't know if Chris Getz is going to make some big moves here, before August 3rd. But it could be interesting. And that's what makes it so exciting, is to see, the big teams, the Yankees and the Rays and teams like that, we know they're going to be there. The Dodgers and the Brewers and the Phillies are so strong that they don't really have to make major changes. But certainly someone would want to have a right-handed bat or a bullpen arm or a starter, so we could see some movements from some big teams too.
Yeah, it could be fun to see who stays the course and who maybe tries to take advantage of the fact that things are wide open on the American League side. Moving over to the NL, a land of surprising contenders at the moment. I know you've gotten to cover the Nationals a fair bit. You also covered them during that crazy series with the Philadelphia Phillies a week or so ago. Yes. They've had the league's best record since making the manager switch to Don Mattingly, relieving Rob Thompson back on April 28th. They're now 11 games, with a loss today, 10 games over 500. But what stood out to you when you got to talk to their players and their staff during that series? Because they have been rolling here as of late.
Yeah, I mean, they look like the Philadelphia Phillies that I remember from the last few years. They look confident. They've got a clubhouse full of stars and, good friends with Bryce Harper for so many years. And to see what they did against the Nationals and to be able to be in that clubhouse really gives you an idea of the power stroke when you poke the bear, right? Because they have so many guys that can make things happen. And, Trey Turner's having an off year. And Kyle Schwarber is still Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper is certainly that good. And then they've got so many other guys with Martian guys that can crank it. So they're fine power-wise. And I'm always impressed with the managers, Jake. That's the guy, that's the person I get to talk to the most. I loved talking to Will Venable, and to be in the same room with a Hall of Famer like Don Mattingly, and sorry, my puppy. To see it and talk with him and listen to him talk. It just really felt to me like they needed a leader like him in the clubhouse to turn things around, and it was not happening with the previous manager. And you can tell that they really are answering the call with Don Mattingly. And, I just think they're the best team in the East. I think they're better than the Braves, and that they're going to continue to play as good as they are, because they certainly showed, with a Cy Young award-winning type Christopher Sanchez out there. I mean, they have so many guys that can be very good. And when you matched up their bullpen against how bad the bullpen is for the Nationals, it was like night and day. And that was the reason why the Nationals collapsed, is because their bullpen is awful. And by contrast, the Phillies bullpen is just so impressive.
And if I had told you, though, on July 2nd, so think back to maybe April 2nd, if I told you then that Washington would have the highest scoring offense in the league, what would you have told me at that time?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that coming. I love C.J. Abrams. I love James Wood, Dalen Lyle, even Luis Garcia Jr. Just having a tremendous season. And it's a hat tip to Blake Butera and Paul Taboni and their staff for really changing the way these guys prepare for games, the development they're doing, the strategies they work out. Imagine, Jake, if they had a bullpen that was half the worth their weight, how good they would be. Because the coaching, the development, the pregame strategy, the planning, night and day from what they had with Davey Martinez the last few years, where they kind of felt like, hey, we won the World Series. The ownership has not really put much money into the team as far as buying big bats, and they'd let it kind of coast there. But what a move to go to Blake Butera and Paul Taboni. And you can really tell by the way they are prepared for each game that they've got a legitimate offense. If they can get relievers going, they're going to be great in the next couple of years or so. So for people in the DC area, it's a big deal, because they remember 2019 and they certainly want to go back to that. And it has been, like the White Sox, it's been awful for a few years. So to change the coaching staff, you got to give the Lerner family, even though they didn't pay any money for big time bats in the last few years, they certainly made a great choice in Blake Butera.
Yeah, what a story that team has been, at least on the offensive side. The bullpen has been equally catastrophic as the offense has been successful, like you pointed out. But it's been a fun team to follow. And we've talked about the NL East for a few minutes now, talking baseball with Byron Kerr, MLB.com freelancer, former Nationals beat reporter. We haven't even mentioned Miami. It's the Marlins who won 20 games this month, the best record in the league during June. They are 6 games over 500 for the first time in 3 years. What's your read on what's working well for Miami, and might they have some staying power in this NL wildcard race?
Yeah, they have so many great hitters as well and guys at the top of the list, and their pitching has stood up. And you can always tell that they had, the pitching to keep them in games. They just needed an offense. And it's really too bad because I've covered a ton of games at Marlins Park over the years, and they just did not get the fans to come to that mid-city stadium. And they should, because, this team now, as you mentioned, 20 wins is eye-popping in 1 month. And they're a lot of fun to watch, and they're electric on the field. And absolutely, they have the staying power for a while here and can contend certainly for a wild card. That will be a lot of fun to see if they can go all the way. I just think that, just like the AL East, the NL East has some heavy hitters with the Braves and the Phillies, and you wonder how long they'll be able to continue this trend. But, just like what the Nationals want to do, just like what the White Sox want to do, their development staff has done a nice job, and a lot of young guys are meshing with some veterans to connect at the top level. And yeah, that was such a fun ride for them in June.
So they are right now tied for the final wild card spot in the National League with the St. Louis Cardinals, who have seen their play maybe slip a little bit in recent weeks. Another team that's on the struggle bus is the San Diego Padres. Their offense has not been there with any kind of consistency this year. You mentioned you got to cover them earlier on this season, a disastrous series for the Padres at Wrigley. What's your level of concern right now if you're a Padre fan at about this halfway point?
Yeah, tremendous. Probably the biggest disappointment, I think, for me in the first half is, once again, when I walk in those clubhouses, Jake, you look around the nameplates and you're like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of all-stars on this team. And, you get that sense because they've got a lot of big name talent, in that clubhouse. And, you just feel like Manny Machado is he coming to the end of, what has been a long career, because he has just not been as consistent as they certainly want. And, I'm biased again because they've got Craig Stammen and they've got so many more Nationals coaches on their staff, all good friends of mine from the years when I covered their minor league and major league system. So I'm kind of biased and hoping that Craig will be able to get it going, because it's certainly not his fault. But, you wonder what's going on with when you have hitters like that in the lineup and they cannot be consistent. What is the problem with their preparation? What is going on that they can't? Because you can't mess around in the West with the Dodgers, and it seems like they should be better than 43 and 42, Jake, with all the talent they have.
Yeah, certainly relative to those preseason expectations. And look, if they were in the American League, we'd be talking about a team that's in a current playoff position, but not right now with the way the NL is shaping up. What are the storylines as we look forward to the second half of the season? I know the All-Star break's not for a couple of weeks, but the storylines or the teams that you're most excited to follow.
I mean, Mizorowski and the way he can throw a fastball 105 miles per hour. I mean, I would love to buy season pass for the Milwaukee Brewers, Jake, and be able to see him pitch every single fifth day, because that is something that, we have never seen. And, what's going on with Paul Skeens, certainly was impressed with the way he was able to jump out of the blocks, but he's been struggling recently. And, the Tigers and the way that they were to take down the Yankees the last a few games, this is going to be a huge series. This is going to be a big one with the Tigers and Rangers. I'm looking forward to that series as well. And the storylines just keep on, writing themselves, because it's like you said, there's a lot of teams around 500 or a little bit above 500, and we're at July 2nd or whatever, so we've got a ton of time left in this season for these teams to jump up or jump down. And with the trade deadline pushed to August 3rd, there's a little bit more time to make that decision on what they want to do. So, I mean, I would love to be able to watch the Brewers all the time and see what they're doing. And I'm excited about the Tigers and Rangers this weekend. I wish I could be there for that series. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Certainly will. And the Tigers are a team that I probably shouldn't tell as many people this as I have, but I said it on the air. I picked them to win the pennant before the season, and they have not lived up anywhere close to those expectations. Byron, really appreciate you stopping by, sharing what you've learned from all these clubhouses. Let's try and catch up again soon as the trade deadline gets closer.
Jake, you sound great. It's great to hear you, and I'm excited for your success. And yeah, this baseball season is just going to be an absolute blast, and it's so much fun to jump down in those clubhouses. So definitely give you any details I get in the second half, but enjoy your holiday weekend.
You too. Enjoy time with the pup. That's Byron Kerr, a freelancer from MLB.com, my fellow DC area native. We'll talk a little bit more Major League Baseball. We'll reset the scoreboard from some of the day games, including Jacob Misiorowski on the mound for the Brewers when we continue on AM 1300 The Zone.
Austin, it's JB and Sandy, and we missed you. We missed mornings, the stories, and making fun of whatever new thing Austin decided to build over the weekend.
Because Austin changes fast. New restaurants, new roads, new people, same old traffic.
But this is still home.
We live here, we are here, and now we're back with you every morning.
Wake up with JB and Sandy from 6 to 10 on 98.1 KVIC.
Austin's all-time country favorites.
An iHeart Country station.
Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Guaranteed human.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Austin area weather calling for partly cloudy skies tonight. We'll see a low of 76 and mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 97, a low tomorrow night of 75.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716.
Some people say soccer culture doesn't exist in the U.S., but
it is an American game.
And it goes beyond the stats.
It's your culture.
It's a connecting force.
I like watching it with my dad.
To the players and the stories.
I took an elbow to my head, which cracked my skull.
From Futuro Studios, this is American Football, a show about soccer culture in the U.S. and its underdog roots. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search American Football, and listen now.
This World Soccer Report sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Spain punches their ticket to the next round with a commanding win over Austria.
The flag has stayed down, and Spain coast into the round of 16.
Spain won the match 3-0. They have yet to allow a goal in the tournament. Action continues tonight with Portugal taking on Croatia at 7, and then Switzerland battles Algeria at 11.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree draft Michelob Ultras, handcrafted Casamigo margaritas, and a scratch-made menu, and screens that will put you on the front row of every game. It's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Records, milestones, firsts, lasts, and everything in between. What happened today in sports history on iHeartRadio?
What's shaking, fellow sports fans? It's Andy West. Let's take a look back on this day in sports history, July 2nd. We'll start off today in 1986. Boston Red Sox pitcher Roger Clemens suffers his first loss of the season to Toronto. It would leave him 1 win short of the American League record for consecutive wins to start the season. He was 14-0. He'd finish the season 24-4 and win the American League MVP. Today in 1995, LA Dodgers pitcher Hideo Nomo is the first Japanese player to be selected for a Major League Baseball All-Star game when he is named to the National League squad. And today in 2008, after months and months of courtroom litigation and an ongoing effort by the city to save the team, the Supersonics and the city of Seattle come to a settlement that officially allows the team to move to Oklahoma City. The team would pay Seattle $75 million for terminating their lease with the Key Arena and would then leave the city that they had played in for 41 years.
Now you know. Today in sports history on iHeartRadio.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres. We're back. It's the Craig Way Show with Hall of Fame broadcaster and voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way.
All right, Cole, what are we coming back with?
You don't know?
Not yet. Should I? Uh-oh.
You might be too young.
Am I getting exposed again?
A little bit.
Okay.
Butterfly. Crazy Town.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a classic. I think it was like early to mid 2000s. Clean beat, though. I like it. It's always a go-to at karaoke, I'll say.
Okay. That's your karaoke song?
It's one of them. The other is the Tequila song.
That was pretty easy to sing karaoke for.
Yeah, that's if I'm not really feeling
shout
it.
it out with you.
Yeah, if I'm not really feeling karaoke, I'm like, I'll just do Tequila.
It's another good summer list. We're the top 10 cop-out karaoke songs. Let's for another day.
Yeah.
As promised, an MLB scoreboard because there are games going on to kick off the July 4th weekend. The baseball stadium should be packed around the country this weekend for everybody getting in the spirit of America's 250th birthday, including Daikin Park in Houston, where the Astros take on the Rays tomorrow. I'm going to be there. My first MLB game I'm attending this season, so I'm really looking forward to that. The pitchers duel that was supposed to take place in Milwaukee didn't quite pan out that way. Chase Burns and Jacob Mizorowski squared off, two of the brightest young arm talents in the league. And the Reds got that one big hit to make the difference. Their catcher, Jose Trevino, after an error, continued the inning in the fourth off of Jacob Mizorowski. He took the Miz deep, hit a 358-foot home run to left field. 3 unearned runs scored. Those were 3 of the 7 runs for the Reds on the day. 5 against the Miz. Only 1 was earned. And the Reds beat the Brewers 7-2. A little setback on a Miz day for the NL Central leaders. And Chase Burns, how about this? The highly touted pitcher out of Tennessee didn't have the strikeout stuff today, but he improved to 10-1 with another quality start. It's been a heck of a year for that young man. The Rockies and Marlins playing at Coors Field, where it's probably nice enough to go to a baseball game now. It looks a little cold there on TV in April and May, but now you really get the great weather up there in the mountains. And the Rockies doing what they do, hitting at home, leading Miami 12-4 at the moment. Their catcher, Hunter Goodman, has been on a home run hitting tear. But today, it was Mickey Moniak who left the yard for his 15th of the year. Not a good outing on the mound for the Marlins in what was kind of a bullpen game. And the Rockies are pouring it on there with a 12-4 advantage. The Pirates and Phillies just wrapped up. You heard me during that segment kind of correcting the Phillies record. They fall to 49-39, a little bit of a halt in their momentum. Today, they were shut down by the combination of Jared Jones and Carmen Mlodzinski. And the Pirates beat the Phillies by a score of 6-1. 3 hits for Jake Mangum, who's hitting .310 in the leadoff spot there for the Buccos. Still coming up this weekend, Padres and Dodgers in a pivotal series. The San Diego Padres have lost 5 in a row as they look to turn it around. The Cardinals, who are hanging on to that last wild card spot, play the Braves, who have not been the same team due to all the injuries that have piled up, both in their bullpen and in their lineup. Ronald Acuna Jr. still trying to work his way back from that hamstring strain. Braves have not quite had the same punch without him. Drake Baldwin looked like the MVP for the first couple months of the year. Their second-year catcher after being last year's NL Rookie of the Year. He's just working his way back from an oblique injury. I think he's about 3 for 30 since coming back. Hasn't quite found the timing yet again. So you heard Byron mention the Tigers and Rangers. Framber Valdez towing the rubber against Nathan Eovaldi tonight to wrap up that series. And should be just a fun weekend all around when it comes to baseball. We mentioned earlier, Cole, that the NBA was going to experiment with that new basketball, the connected ball, to detect who touched it last. That's not the only summer league rule that will get used as kind of an experiment, a testing ground, so to speak. The one free throw rule is going to be tested. Here's what that means. Any foul that would typically result in free throws, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, would instead result in a single free throw attempt, and that's worth all the points. It's all or nothing until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and throughout a potential overtime when the regular free throw shooting happens. You want to speed up the game? You try this, apparently.
Okay, so just so I'm clear. So let's say shooting 2, really just 1. If I make the 1, it counts for 2?
Yep.
And if I don't make it, no points.
If you don't make it, you're out of luck.
Okay, so you're SOL. I'm not mad at it. You know, it's new. I'm not mad at it. I kind of like it. I have to let it marinate, but right off the bat, yeah. You know, let's try it. It's something new. It speeds up the game. I don't know. Who was it where they just sat there and dribbled dribble.
Giannis.
Was it Giannis?
They started counting up towards 20.
They were counting. If we can eliminate that, I'm good with it. I didn't think there was an issue time-wise with players being at the free throw line already.
So they already used this in the G League, by the way.
Oh, okay. How did it work out?
It is what it is. I think people have mixed opinions on it.
Yeah,
I can't say I'm grinding G League tape.
Santa Cruz Warriors and not grinding the Santa Cruz Warriors.
No, maybe an Austin Spurs game.
There
in
you
my
go.
Future.
Yeah,
but I don't know about Santa Cruz Warriors or Capital City Go-Go from my hometown, DC.
The Go-Go's.
Just the Go-Go.
Oh, okay.
It's like the jazz, the music genre.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, look, let's try it out. If it's working in the G League, let's try it out for a handful of years up in the NBA.
That's how it works. The Coaches Challenge started there. The take foul rule started there. Who are you most excited to see in Summer League?
Yes. Yeah. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Just which of the rookies?
Yeah.
Get DeBonza.
I would say DeBonza for sure, just to see how he moves and just how his game's going to translate. But I'm not a huge G League guy. If it's on, I'll watch it. But definitely DeBonza for sure. What about you?
I'm kind of excited to see Darren Peterson. Even though I'm a Wizards fan, I think Peterson fully healthy is just because we haven't seen it as much. It's such a polarizing pick. I feel like Cam Boozer, you know what you're getting. That's a safe pick. That's an NBA-ready player who's going to have a high floor for you every night. AJ DeBonza, I think you know what you're getting.
Yes.
Darren Peterson is the ultimate wild card in this. It could be the best player in this draft, but he carries a lot of risk.
That is true. But I think with any kind of transitional, like whether you're going from college to the pros, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, or whatever it is, there's a huge jump that people don't realize. I think Boozer will be fine because of his dad, and he's kind of used to it. But DeBonza just kind of, I don't know if his body's calloused yet enough for the NBA. It's kind of like Chet Holmgren. A little bit like that. It reminds me of like, yeah, he's tall, he's big, he's talented, but can he get in the paint and bang around? And can he finish? Because at the end of the day, these are grown men. These aren't 18, 19-year-olds, just, fresh from their hometown. No, these are grown men fighting for a spot. So that goes for any player as well. But I would say DeBonza for sure, because he was pretty fluid from the one game I did watch and what I did read about him. That's that's the one I would kind of look forward to. And also Peterson to see how his game translates.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. By the way, folks must have been listening a little earlier on in the show. The Sixers are interested in acquiring LeBron James. A league source told The Athletic on the condition of anonymity. This actually might have come out before the show, but that was one of the teams earlier when we discussed with Mark Henry. Would they become a title contender with LeBron James added into the mix? We kind of assumed the answer would be yes for the already contending Spurs, Thunder, and the defending champion Knicks. We settled on the Heat, Sixers, Warriors, Rockets, and Nuggets on that list. And if you think we missed anybody, it's your last chance to text us in at 81530. Text the word Texas, followed by your question, your comment, maybe your July 4th weekend plans, because we've got one segment to go. We'll tell you what's going on this weekend from a sports world perspective right here on AM 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
Get ready to cheer on your Round Rock Express right here on 1300 The Zone. From the first pitch to the final out, Round Rock Express Baseball. Only on 1300 The Zone.
This July 4th, for $17.76, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party hosted by Queen Latifah. It's a 4th of July benefit show at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum featuring music performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, fireworks, a drone show, and the kickoff to Giving Forth to make this the biggest season of giving in American history. Get your America's Block Party tickets for $17.76 at America250.org/LA.
Hey, Kins. Yes, Bella? Do you know why I like Fridays? Tell me. Because it's Blackout Fridays at Round Rock's #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. I get to wear my sexiest black lingerie. And Rowdy has its famous $19.99 ribeye special. And I get to wear my sexiest black lingerie. And we have ice cold beer, craft cocktails, and a Texas-sized menu. And I get to wear my sexiest black lingerie. And you can watch all your favorite sports on our 69 big screen TVs. And I know, Bella. We all get to wear our sexiest black lingerie. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy off I-35 in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
America is the stage for the biggest World Cup ever, and Fox is your home for it all.
None bigger than this one.
48 countries, 16 cities, one golden dream. The biggest stars, the biggest games, the biggest moments. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, June 11th through July 19th on Fox.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Use Polymarket to trade the Canada-Morocco match. Delete that sportsbook app that's robbing you and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. You trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code TACO to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code TACO. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
Which way to Specs?
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Finer Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shop Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shop Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout. Cheers to savings.
Harge and Henry, the morning kickoff, weekdays at 7.
And we are breezing towards a long weekend. Remember, no shows here on the Zone, at least no local shows, tomorrow. We'll be back with you on Monday from 2 to 5 p.m. You can always go back and catch any part of the show you missed wherever you get your podcasts, including the iHeartRadio app. Jake Herman here filling in for Craig Way. Cole Dixon is in the producer's seat doing a great job all week long, working double duty today with the morning kickoff from 7 to 9. What, did Bucky and BK have you coming up at 5 o'clock too?
It's been a marathon, not a sprint, for sure. No, I'm ready to go home and sleep for umpteenth amount of hours because I landed and then I did the show next day and then woke up this morning and did this show or morning show and then this show.
You're gonna miss a lot.
I'm going to bed.
You're gonna miss a lot of sports if you do.
Twitter, that'll help me.
Coming up later today in the World Cup, Spain already. You heard the update presented by My Plates. They advanced 3-0 past Austria. One of the least competitive matches of the round of 32, which has otherwise just been full of thrillers. They'll meet the winner of the next game coming up at 6 o'clock between Portugal and Croatia. Two teams that have not really looked convincing at all for much of the tournament. One of them is going to move on and be a big underdog against Spain in Dallas, July 6th. And that game would be Tuesday if they advanced. The next match after that comes in Vancouver. It kicks off at 10 o'clock, so Cole will be up from his nap and ready to watch again. The Swiss against the Algerians. And that game takes place at 10 o'clock. The winner will meet, well, the winner will get to stay in Vancouver and play on Tuesday against the winner of Colombia and Ghana. That game's tomorrow night in Kansas City. The rest of tomorrow's slate in Dallas. Yeah, that's something that's good to know if you're driving into Dallas on tomorrow afternoon on Friday. 1 o'clock, Australia, the Socceroos, who gave the U.S. a big physical test, didn't exactly test the keeper, Matt Freese, very much. They'll play Mo Salah and Egypt in Dallas. The winner of that game gets the winner of Argentina and Cape Verde in Miami.
I'm rooting for Cape Verde, man. I really hope. I mean, it's a buzzsaw with Argentina and Messi, but still, it's a good story. And those are the kind of things we look forward to. It's kind of like a March Madness, like the underdog Cinderella story.
Mm-hmm.
We can all get behind Cape Verde.
The Blue Sharks are indeed the minnows when they get to the round of 32, but that, being the smallest nation in this World Cup, is not going to, hasn't intimidated them before. It's not going to intimidate them now as they take on Messi in Miami and what is going to be a very partisan crowd in favor of the GOAT.
Messi, I mean, look, he's done amazing things. If they get somehow eliminated, I'm not saying they will, it's a long shot, but we can look back and say, yeah, Messi was nothing short of spectacular this tournament. Also, to tack on, that goal by, was it Tillman yesterday?
The free kick. Tillman.
My goodness. That was one of the most beautiful goals I've seen. If that's not top 5 for the whole tournament, I don't know what it is. But if it was also Messi that kicked it, that would be all over. I mean, it probably is all over SportsCenter, but it would get a lot more love if it was Messi.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would pretty much break the internet. July 4th, Paraguay, France, and Philly. Canada, Morocco in Houston. Cannot wait to see all of the World Cup action coming up. Mexico and England in Mexico City.
Mexico's going to roll. That's a buzzsaw. In Mexico City, they're going to roll.
That altitude, those conditions, that might be the best home field advantage remaining in the tournament. I know the U.S. is going to bring some big-time support to Seattle, but that match is on Monday. We'll have time to talk about it when we come back next week. For the producer, Cole Dixon, for Mark Henry, who joined us, and for Byron Kerr, we appreciate you joining us all afternoon long on 1300 The Zone. And guess what? There's more coming up. Bucky and BK right after this.
We have always been a nation of givers, giving a hand, giving hope,